All right, we're live. We're back. We missed you guys last week. We had a good Thanksgiving. We went to Meredith's parents' house and had some turkey and, the whole thing. Thanksgiving in the States is still coming. Is that right?
It's in November.
November.
I think it's the last Thursday of November.
All right. Well, we had ours and it was great. So hopefully you guys have a good one too, whenever it comes. All right. So today we're going to be drawing the Mandolorian, which I'm pumped about. I'm excited. It should be a whole lot of fun. And I think this time I'm going to jump right into it. Meredith, you want to take over? So I'm jumping right into this one fast because I have a feeling this is going to be, it's an intensive costume. I was looking at reference just now and I'm thinking, ooh, yeah, this is going to be.
All right, I'll jump into it.
All right.
It's raining here today.
Yeah.
And here's my question. How come a dog, you can put him out the back door and he'll stand on the porch and look at you like, how dare you expect me to go pee in the rain? And you bring him in the house and put him out the front door and he's like, okay, it's not raining out here. How does that even happen? Like, somebody explain to me the dog logic.
It's just something different.
He can't pee out the back door, but if I put him out the front door when it's raining, he happily goes and stands in the rain and pees.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dog so that's how we're starting the night. Also, yeah. I'm in my pajamas tonight. I'm ready for this wrap up. No, it's been that kind of. It's
wow,
cool.
8:01, and we're talking about wrap up here, and this is a tough costume too.
Oh,
it's gonna be.
It's cold. It's rainy. I came home from the barn. I had a shower. I had to wear my winter pants to the barn, like my fuzzy, thermal insulated. I bought myself a heated vest. I'm waiting for it to arrive. I'm really looking forward to it. And I bought battery powered socks for this winter.
Wow.
Yeah.
This will be a whole other
no cold tootsies for me. I just want you all to know that Dave did say he was turning it over to me. Thanks to SES Powerlifting for our first super chat of the night for $5. SEF says it's time.
Yeah, I really miss this. And last week I put up a time lapse. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's the last time I'm going to do that. I will put up more time lapses, but not again from the live stream. Unfortunately, I edit everything. Why? Well, I edit everything at 1/4 resolution because it edits faster in Premiere Pro. And I had no idea how crappy the actual resolution was until I had put a whole bunch of time into it. I finished the video. And I looked it over before I put it up and I thought, wow, it's garbage. I mean, the quality is so bad. And I thought, I spent a bunch of time on it. I don't want to have nothing up all week. So I put it up and now I'm regretting it. And so from now on, what I am actually going to do, because I
always be perfect.
Well, I have commissions that I need to finish that have been sitting there right there, just off camera.
I do know that. And
I'm going to do them. I'm going to film it. I'll put those up and I can film those at 4K. So from now on, if I ever do a time lapse, it'll be 4K.
All right. Okay. Anthony Gee says Meredith Finch Thanksgiving here in the U.S. is the third Thursday of November, wherever that may land. I knew it was like a Thursday. Fourth Thursday, third Thursday. I don't know. And then thank you for the info, Anthony, though. It always feels like Christmas then. By that time, I understand why people are setting up Christmas decorations at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And Artsy Design says Meredith Finch, my dog, does the same thing. See, it's just dog behavior.
It's dog behavior.
And Eric 10 says, then that's why you get a cat instead of a dog. And I have to say to Eric, you clearly have not been here for the Monday night live streams because every Monday night live stream at 9:30. Is that when Patches comes down?
Yeah, maybe earlier.
Comes down around 9:30.
Yeah. And
makes sure she gets her 5 minutes of fame meowing and telling us it's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
So we have a cat and a dog.
I want to announce I'm going to have a guest next week. I hope. So this week.
Oh, no.
Eric.
Oh, no.
Eric and I have been working on getting this set up so I can have a guest. And this week, hopefully, Eric will have time and we'll be able to get through and make it work. I want to have Robert Marzullo on. I talked to him a couple of days ago. He said he would come on. So I think that would be great. I've got actually a bunch of people that I would like to bring on. People that I work with, like Frank D'Armata, my colorist at Marvel. I asked him, hey, if I can get that set up, would you like to come on? And he's a little, social media is not his thing, but he said he would do it.
Oh my gosh, Frank must really, really like you.
Oh, well, likable if you don't get to know me that well.
That's true. Once you know you, though, all bets are off.
So this picture here is for the Art Jedi who is here. I saw he's watching, Joshua, and this is in a very, very deep gratitude.
Right.
This is why I have to edit my YouTube videos so much.
This is why Meredith does all the talking.
Right. Anyway,
Dave
helping,
draws the pretty pictures.
Eric did a logo for the website. It's down on the website right now. We're working on it. I wanted to make a couple of tweaks, and every time I make tweaks,
it's a disaster.
So I'm making a couple of tweaks, but it'll be right back up very, very soon. And yeah, thank you so much to the Art Jedi for doing that, and giving me such a great concept for the site. So. And by the way, the website is David Finch Art, davidfinchart.com, and it's in the description. So check it out. I've got my course, How to Draw Heads, there. I actually have an update coming up next week. It's going to be all about expressions. I'm going to do, and it's like a deep dive, a couple hours. So it really will double the length of the course. I actually find it's easier for me to do this stuff longer than it is shorter, which is crazy. But anyway, I'll have a couple hours on that. I also was talking to Eric Grove quite a bit about head structure and some different ways that I'm doing it. I brought out my skull. So here, I'll show you guys. This is it's not real, but it's pretty real looking. So you can see it here. Anyway, and we were looking at using this actually as a bit of a guide for our head structure. And it was really working. I really liked it. So I want to do something with that.
That works.
So that'll be up there soon.
That works great for Hollow Manjin Boo B-U-U-2. I don't know.
Wow.
$5. Hit super chat for $5, which is Ghost Rider next week or I unsubscribe.
Oof. Okay.
There's a skull.
And you know what? Next week is actually Halloween. We were talking about doing a horror character. I'm not going to do Ghost Rider because I do want it to be a horror character. Please don't unsubscribe. I will do it the next week. I'm so easy to buy.
Next week, he won't.
The next week after that, because I actually have wanted to do.
I control the show.
You control it, but I do want to do Ghost Rider. Actually, it's something I have wanted to do. So, I seem like I'm like, oh, no, don't leave. I'll do whatever you say.
No, yeah, he will, but I won't, and I'm the boss. So there you go.
Yeah, but I'm still doing it. Are you really going to stop me from drawing Ghost Rider? Come on.
I'm not, but not right now. Charles Petrie asks, has he turned over the sound effects, Meredith? He is not. Charles, he is not. So, well, I could add some, fun to the show with some sound effects. Like, in response to Johnny Cage's battery-powered socks, you're becoming a cyborg or something, I could put a sound effect there. But I can't. Because Dave won't give me the sound effect board.
I'm not really capturing my sketch. Here, check this out. So you guys can see, and you can see the paint all over my desk too. But that is my sketch. And what I've got here, not looking like that. So I'm still working on it. Normally I like to be past this point, but...
See, it's a good thing I put my pajamas on. I'm going to fall asleep halfway through the show. It'll be like a late stream.
I know. I'm already dragging my feet. All right. Dear. I think I'm ready to get a little tighter here.
All right. You get tighter. I'm going to ask the next super chat question from Richard Dunn for $50. Thank you so much for the $50 super chat, Richard. Richard says, hey, David, thank you for responding to my email. I have another question. When you draw just for Dave, what subject matter do you like to draw? I just have to ask, have you ever drawn just for Dave?
Yeah. First of all, thank you really very much for the super chat. This is incredibly generous. I really appreciate it, Richard. When I draw for myself, to be honest with you, what I like to draw, I don't really draw finished pictures for myself. I sketch. And generally speaking, I have artists that I really like, and I just experiment and see, there's... an artist I actually talked to him about a couple of weeks ago. It's P. Craig Russell. Let me bring my reference up. I've got it on the screen, unfortunately. One of these days I'll get a printer down here. All right. P. Craig Russell does incredible leaves, and like on trees leaves, and I was playing around with that, and I love the idea that if somebody does something that I think looks really great, I'm going to move my microphone. I can try and take it, take the technique if I can, and sometimes I can, and sometimes it just doesn't work for me. But I can't draw leaves like P. Craig Russell, but I could make them better, the leaves that I actually do. And I love learning.
Your leaves are pretty good. So
well, thank you, P. Craig Russell.
You've been drawing a lot of leaves lately.
Yeah, I sure have.
Are they all P. Craig Russell?
Not the whole way. It was actually an innovation. I was looking at P. Craig Russell right from the beginning, but I started actually playing with the leaves a few pages in. So it's, it's kind of build as you go.
Well, that's how it works.
And I mean, I could already draw leaves. A little bit. And this is the thing that makes it so fun. I can draw everything. All of you guys can draw everything. You'd be surprised. But, you can always do it better. There are always better ways. So I'm always looking for, that better way. And lately, what I've really been enjoying, and I was telling Eric this, is when I'm doing my YouTube videos and I'm showing how I do some of my breakdowns, I do use a lot of that. And some of it I actually don't. Like I did a breakdown of arms, and a lot of that breakdown is what I use, but a lot of it actually really isn't. It's like I'm trying to do a block simplification just to show you guys the forms. And so it's making me think about the stuff differently than I would normally, because you develop a shorthand as you go along, right? And so, yeah, I'm learning so much. I feel like I'm growing, I'm 48 years old, if you can believe that.
I can.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm
supposed to say, I can't believe it. You look 20.
You don't look 20.
Anyway.
That being said, you haven't really aged significantly. Except when I look at pictures.
I know, that's how it goes. Oh, you look just like you did. Okay,
you do though. You look in the mirror and you're like, I look exactly the same. And then you look in your picture, you're like, I do not look exactly the same at all. I think the thing that hurts the most is my phone does not recognize my face when I look down on it now.
Wow, yeah, that is a statement.
Apparently, my face gets such a sag to it when I look down on my phone that it does not facially recognize me anymore. I'm a totally different person.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that.
So those of you who asked for the Meredith face reveal, not gonna happen now.
Oh, you know what? The way my camera was angled, we could see you for a good portion of last week. Really? When I watched the review, I'm like, hey, there's Meredith right in the background. You look fine.
Did you do that?
I didn't do it on purpose.
Meredith, let me know.
I didn't know until, and I adjusted it this time. Nobody can see. Yeah, no, I really didn't.
If I'm gonna be on camera, I like the heads up.
You don't go around picking your nose or, like you
never know. Maybe I could have.
You never know. You never know.
Could have been like, I don't know.
Picking your nose.
Could have been picking my nose. Who knows? Let's move on to Chip Quarles with his $5 super chat. Thank you, Chip, so much. Chip says, weekly Finch fam donation. Good vibes as always. Thank you. Until we start talking about picking your nose for the content and the Discord. How was Thanksgiving and what was the best food this year? So this year for Thanksgiving was actually the first year, I think in almost 20 years, that I did not cook Thanksgiving dinner.
So it was the best food you've ever had.
Are my parents watching the stream? It was very good because I didn't have to cook it or clean up. I didn't do anything.
It was great. It was really good.
It was very good.
For whatever reason, I never wanted to have the red stuff. Cranberries? Right. And I finally
wasn't as good as my. I'm not gonna lie. First of all, it was not as good as my cranberries.
Okay, well, sure. Look, I don't want to get into whose cranberries are better. All I'm saying is I never ate them for years, and I had them the last couple of years. I've been trying them, and yeah, it's making my whole Thanksgiving.
Cranberries are awesome.
They really are.
I didn't like them when I was a kid. I didn't like the mixture.
See, there you go. I didn't like it, and so I never tried it.
I do really like them now. My sister, though, man, she'd eat turkey and cranberries just like Isaac when she was a kid. She is a junk food junkie, or she was a junk food junkie.
Yeah, everybody grows up one day.
Pardon?
I said everybody grows up one day.
Yeah, and not so much.
No, not you?
No, not so much.
Or your sister?
I'm just gonna keep on scrolling through the stream. No, I'm kidding. I'm looking. I know there's another super chat here. Greg Owl has a super chat for $2. Greg Owl says, "Hey D&M, missed 1 week and it feels like forever." Has anybody ever noticed that D&M, when you say that, it could be dad and mom? Our initials are Dave and Meredith. Dad and mom.
Uncanny.
Dumb and I would say dumber, but which one of us is the dumber? Wait, y'all, we already know that.
All right, hold on. I had reference for it because I'm going to draw Baby Yoda right here on him.
Oh, Baby Yoda.
It's not the same without Baby Yoda. So
cute.
And Actually, that's something that's nice. Joshua, our Jedi, was nice enough to give me a whole bunch of reference. So
That's awesome. Thank you, Joshua.
yes.
Nothing like not having to have Dave spend an hour before the stream searching for reference.
Yeah. And it depends on, like, most characters I can draw without reference.
I'm just going to read Joshua's statement right now. Joshua says, "Hey, David, just want to let you know how thankful I am for this. This is the best Monday night of my life.
Oh, wow.
Words cannot express how excited I am right now. This is the way."
Big. It's too big. Well, it is a pleasure to do it.
It's too big. Yoda?
Yeah, I'm deeply thankful for your contribution to my site. And I'm glad there's a way that I can, express that thank you beyond just saying, hey, thanks for that. And then, nothing. So.
I'm sorry that I yawned already. I am tired, though.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. This fall is just kind of getting to me. Does anybody else get, like, the fall blahs? You're like, winter, I'm fine. Spring and summer are awesome. But for whatever reason, that transition from, like, fall where you wake up and the sun doesn't even come up till 8 o'clock in the morning and it's kind of gloomy and the weather's getting colder. I like the leaves falling, but just like it really messes with my mojo. All right, I'm looking for another. Maybe I'm the only one. Okay, I'm scrolling through. I'm sure somebody will say something.
No, I'm sure you're not the only one.
Can't be the only one. That's why they make those like funky lights, right? The sad lights.
Yeah.
Sad light, don't cry light. We have Conneru. I apologize if I did not say that correctly. Hey, Mr. Finch, I'm super confused on how I should start learning anatomy. Can you please tell me what's the best way? Thank you.
Go to my website, davidfinchart.com. There is a whole article, blog post all about the entire process of the way you should approach learning how to draw in general, with a real focus on anatomy. So yeah, that's what I would really recommend.
All right. No, there's a couple super chats. One Mighty R. Hey, Mighty. A $2 super chat. Not drawing Pinhead, says Mighty. How about Leatherface?
Yeah, I think that actually might happen. I think Leatherface is a very good option. So I have a feeling that's what I'll end up doing. At least off the top of my head right now, I think that's what I'll end up doing.
Yeah.
I'm no good with, I should really hey, it's a surprise. Well.
Can they? Yeah. Yeah. See, Kenneth Day is just taunting me. Kenneth says, we can see your eyes and hair, Meredith. But I like Michael. Michael Lehman says, you're too beautiful for facial recognition.
See?
Oh, see? We already saw your face in the background, Meredith. Sorry, says Alphin. See, I try to be... I'm going to have to sit on the other end of the couch. Shout the other way. If you move your shoulder, you can see Meredith. I'm going to have to start dressing up for the Monday night stream.
Yeah, you got a sweater on, sort of, You're going to have to start dressing up. There you go.
Might have, I'm going to wear a mask next week. I'll wear Isaac's marshmallow mask.
I'll say this, pencils are taking a while on this one. Longer than normal for sure. But once, he's got this detail here. Once I've got this penciled,
you're flying.
Then it'll fly.
Daniel Castelli has a super chat for $1.99. Next week, draw Meredith when the stream goes long. Do you know he's never drawn me?
Sure I have. I've even painted you.
Actually painted me, that's true. Not really for me, though. You're like, I want to paint. I think you thought you were going to be... Usually I'm just the hand holding the spoon.
Yes.
Or the folds of the shirt open.
This week it was Isaac, my youngest, as a kid that was shot, being held. And I had to give reference. He did great.
I don't think we're giving anything away by saying you're doing Walking Dead covers. I think people know this by now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you
go. No, if you don't know that Carl gets shot on The Walking Dead, then you're not watching The Walking Dead. So, but Isaac did a great job posing for that.
He really did. It was great.
I'm learning to draw, says Meredith. There's a YouTube video of you picking Dave's nose. See, there you go. Told you. It's always a problem. All right. Arthur wants to know, Mr. Finch, can you make your car drawing tutorial?
Yes. The next tutorial that I do is going to be male torsos. I've gotten so many requests for it. So, you know, and it means a lot to me to actually give you guys what you're asking for the most. Obviously, not everybody's asking for the same thing. So it's, you know, there's a give and take, but that will be coming up soon. I've gotten that request quite a bit. That and guns.
Cat is early.
Yeah,
like,
lately.
She's like, it's only 20 after and you are not upstairs.
The problem is this has become part of the cat's routine.
It has Monday night.
Wow, there's no thing on this knee.
Allison McGlone has a super chat for $1.99, and Allison says, thank you for reviewing my work. It made my day.
Well, thank you, Allison. Yeah, I remember I talked to Allison on Robert Marzullo's stream, and actually I've talked to Allison on Jimmy's stream too. So yeah, thank you very much for the super chat and, you know, kind words. It's good to see you here. He's got like this dealio on the other knee.
All right. Now, Charles Petrie is a $2 super chat. Charles says, it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Charles.
Yeah,
and Charles
happy
wants
birthday.
to know if our birthdays are special. And the fact of the matter is, I feel like the older you get, the less you care. Is that awful to say? Because no, it just means more wrinkles and gray hair.
Now, before we started, I think I saw Charles type in that he's older than I am.
Stop it. Charles is a young man. Maybe it's just me. What do I want for my birthday? You always give me flowers that are like way bigger than I always say don't spend that much, but you do every year. And that's what Meredith gets for her birthday from Dave. And Dave gets dinner of his choice.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Pencils are as done as they're getting. What time is it?
The helmet is the side of Mando's head and not around his head, says Kenneth Day.
I'm sorry, the helmet is what?
The side of his head, not around his head. It doesn't go all the way around. Just covers the front. Is that the case?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm sure he means something that we're not getting.
Maybe.
But either way.
ODM Photography is here. Super chat for $5. Hey, Dave and Meredith. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Dave, I know you like metal. What do you think about As I Lay Dying? Also going out on a limb and inking Jay Lee.
Oh, wow. Well, good to see you here. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know As I Lay Dying. I will have to get it for Spotify. I finally actually, for my motorcycle, I got Spotify, so I don't have to listen to the radio, because it's hard to change the channel when you're on a motorcycle, you know? So anyway, I'll have to type that into my Spotify. Right now, I'm on a Pantera, because you can select a radio station. And I find if I type in like a whole list of songs, it's never long enough. And after, you know, I try and get out there for a bit. And if you're out there for an hour on the bike, after each song plays 4 times, yeah, you're ready to go bananas. So anyway, yeah, I'll give it a try. And what else? Oh, he's going to ink Jay Lee. Wow, I'd be really curious to see how that turns out. Hopefully, please send it by.
Does Jay even have pencils that are completed enough to ink?
Yes, he goes through phases, and he went through a real pencil phase for when he was doing.
I'm so used to seeing him just like start throwing down. He practically just he like does a light sketch and then just throws the ink on the page.
When he was doing the Gunslinger,
he was doing a lot of pencils.
He was doing and just printing pencils because his pencils were so perfect. So actually, yeah, if you do something from that era, I could see that really working out nicely. Some of his more, you know, real ink kind of technique stuff, I would say it's doable, but that stuff really, yeah, it can be a challenge. Anyway, I'm curious to see how it comes out.
Ross Klein's got my back. He says, winter blahs get me. Short days, long nights. See, he doesn't like winter. I don't mind the winter, because by then I'm Canadian. You're suffering. You might as well just enjoy it.
I like the fall a whole lot more than the winter.
Yeah.
Because in the winter, I'm grounded.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, off your bike. Ray Gun Media Productions has a super chat for $4.99. That's a great tag name, Ray Gun Media. Do you have a specific methodology for when you might render shadows with pen and ink versus let color do the job later? I don't think you ever let color do the job.
I generally speaking don't use color, and that can be a challenge because I'll tell you what, if you put shadows in the wrong spot and if you're not careful with it, color can really expose that. And what ends up, it just ends up looking muddy and like a mess, and colorists really do not like you for that. And I've certainly done that before, but when it's done well, it can really work. I prefer to not trust a colorist with my, and you know, colorists are so good nowadays. I like putting the shadows in. And so pretty much always do. I would say it's a style choice, you know, it's, and I mean, one is just as valid as the other for sure, especially with colors, you know, the kind of quality you can get from colorists nowadays. There's no need to do it yourself. But I do think even if you don't shadow yourself, I think it's very important to have the skill.
Michael McCurdy's banned from the chat.
Why?
Meredith, if it makes you feel any better, I'm in Florida and the weather is great and I feel wonderful. LOL. Ban him. Where's Eric? That's it. No more Michael. It's rubbing it in.
Well, you know what though? Michael is in Florida in the summer when it's oppressive. So
yeah, it's oppressive here in the.
He's going right now. He's getting into the nice weather.
All right, the next super chat comes. Oh my goodness. Yawn and then read the super chat. The next super chat comes from Michael Green for $5. Thank you so much, Michael. Michael says it would be awesome to see you go on Dan Fraga's stream and draw some night. Two legends. He does nightly live drawings in October. Hashtag Fragtober.
Fragtober. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Dan Fraga.
Did you post that magic sketch yet? Should
No.
I add that to the to-do list?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, Dan Fraga, actually, I talked to him the day that I got my first work in comics. He was at a convention in New York. He was working for Extreme Studios, Rob Liefeld's company at the time. And he looked at my work and he said, yeah, it looks really good. You know, I think pretty soon you'll be sitting on this side of the table. And I was thinking, wow, you know, that would be amazing. And that day was the day I got my first job. And, you know, I talked to Dan actually a whole bunch over the years since then, too. You know, like we kind of moved in the same circles, I guess you could say. Like we were both in California. I visited Extreme a few times, and he was really good buddies with Mike Turner. And so, you know, I'd see him and Mike hanging around at Top Cow. And so, yeah, and I mean, we're talking this is 20 years ago, more for, you know. So, yeah, we have a lot of history.
So, not a person's mad. Bro, I just started watching The Walking Dead. I want you to know, not a person. I made Dave talk me through the entire.
Okay, stop now.
How many
then.
seasons did we watch?
We
I'm
watched.
Not give anything away.
There, I think. What are there? We watched 10 seasons anyway.
I made him walk me through. I think you'd watched up to season 7, right?
Yes.
Only way I could watch that show was for Dave to tell me what was coming next. I have been to lunch with Robert Kirkman on several New York Comic Cons and told Robert I refuse to watch that show because it starts with a little kid who's a zombie, and I could not get past that. Apparently his wife can't get past it too, although I'm pretty sure she's probably watched it by now. She's his wife. I don't always read your comics though.
So there you go.
Dun dun dun. So Michael Johnson Curry, the cat just won't stop.
No.
Michael Johnson Curry has a super chat. Hi, Michael. Michael's super chat is for $4.99. Still having trouble getting responses from editors. Would I make editors mad by resubmitting work every week, or should I move on to someone else?
Yeah, you know, I don't know. That's a good question.
I think there's a point at which if you submit it multiple times to an editor, the editor knows you're out there, and I think there's an oversaturation point.
Yeah,
if you're not getting traction at one particular publisher, submit to somebody else.
Yeah,
there's a lot. Like if you go on, I'm trying to think what website it is. I mean, honestly, there's more comic book publishers than I even had an idea there was. I think I was looking on the Diamond list of publishers. I'm like, there's like 20 some publishers that publish through Diamond. So just go through the list.
Yeah, and well, I'd say too, when you have new samples, then you can.
Yeah, then resubmit new samples to people you've already submitted to. That's fair. If your work is significantly different, submit. But otherwise, just move on. There are people looking for people. I can't do it.
And I would say
Everybody
also
knows what I was gonna do. Hopefully, people know what I was gonna do. I don't want to get banned. Dave gets mad if I sing on the stream.
Yeah, for no reason whatsoever.
Oh,
totally unreasonable.
Totally unreasonable. All right. Blah 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 blah. Strife has a super chat for $1.99. Any plans to put the Noman videos on your site?
No.
Because we don't own the copyright.
I don't own the copyright, unfortunately. So yeah, no, those won't ever be up.
And I'm going to say hi. Hi, Al Padrino. Because Al Padrino is like, Meredith, if you read this, I just wanted to say hi. Hi. There you go. Poop Dealer. Hey, Dave, out of context, but did you ever watch Breaking Bad? What do you think of it? Will we get a GD Walter White sketch?
Okay, yes, I watched Breaking Bad.
Meredith did not.
Yeah, I found that show. I loved it. It was so stressful to watch, though. Yeah, I remember there was a time we were fighting. Not that we ever do that. No. Never happens. But yeah, we were fighting, and I go downstairs to watch. And anyway, I'm watching episodes.
You have dreams about it, and then you come up mad at me, and we weren't even fighting. Remember those?
Yep. Oh yeah, that show stressed me out so much because like the strife he's got with his wife, and he's lying to her the whole time. I'm like,
we wouldn't even be fighting, Dave, and you would come up the next morning because you'd watch the show, fall asleep on the couch while you're working. And I'd be like, why are you fighting with me? I don't even understand what's happening. And then it would come out that it was you're fighting with me because of the show.
Yeah.
So Johnny Cage, JP7 says, a birthday is just another day. I'm 22, by the way. When you're 22, you can't say a birthday is just another day. When you're in your 40s, then you can say your birthday is just another day. When you're 22, you're like, who's coming to party with me?
Yeah, well, at 22 though, you've crossed all the thresholds.
That's true.
There's nothing, now it's just age.
The problem is he's too young. He hasn't hit like 25, a quarter century, or 30, and you're like, holy crap, and now I got to get my life together.
Well, at 22,
all 30 is great. Yeah. You don't even care, and then you hit 40, and you're like, oh, now I might be getting old.
I think you're wrong. 30 is a tough year too. Like, yeah, I remember going, wow, 30, I can't believe it. That's crazy, So. But yeah, 22, nobody's upset about that. So it's, at that age, birthday's not a big deal. I think, I agree.
What do you know?
How to draw the Mandolorian, how about that?
Jeff Wheeler wants to know. I'm sure he's not the only one.
A Street Glide. I just got a Street Glide, actually. I had a Fat Bob, which I loved, and it was great, but it had no fairing. I actually had got an aftermarket fairing for it. It was small, and it had no stereo, and it was a good bike. And also it was uncomfortable. If you're riding for 3 hours or whatever, which we would do, I would just be so uncomfortable on that. So also that thing was so powerful that if you're not careful and you crack the throttle just a little bit, I'm like, whoa, I lent it to a friend of mine. I have a night train also.
Thank goodness his wife does not watch the stream when you tell this next story.
Yeah. I have a night train too. And so I was riding the night train. And it's an older night train. Well, obviously they haven't made a night train for quite a while. And he was riding the Fat Bob. He wanted to give it a try. And we were doing about 60 kilometers. We're in Canada. And he cranked it. And I told him before he got on, I said, it's a powerful bike. Like, be careful. It's a Harley Davidson, right? So they're not known for being that powerful where you're going to hurt yourself. They're a little bit more, they have a lot of torque, but they're not like a street bike, like a, racing bike. Anyway, he hit the throttle, spun the tire, smoked it, and lifted the front tire, and then kind of wobbled a little bit. I think he panicked. He didn't expect it, and then dropped it. And wow, yeah, that's great. Good job.
Yeah. All right. Project Zero says, "Hey, Dave and Meredith, great evening to you. Could you please talk again about the strap method for female chest?" I don't even know what that means, but I'm sure you do.
Yeah, well, okay, so
it's from your How to Draw Female Torsos.
It is, yes. And I had some people, this is actually from an artist And I would show it here just, right now, except that it's got nudity in it. I can't show that. But it was just, it was a Pinterest picture. And because of that, I don't know the artist. It was a Japanese artist, and they had this kind of a breakdown. And I thought it was a really innovative way to look at it. And so I tried it. This is probably 2 years ago. And I thought, wow, this works for me. I really like it. So I've been using that myself, and I put it into that video. And I've had people say, well, who's the artist? I wish I knew. I hate to cite an artist and then not be able to say who it is. It feels a little cheap, but unfortunately, I don't know. But all it is, and you guys can watch the video, but it's just, so, I've got my chest shape. Here we go. And I'm going to draw, this would be, my line for my chest, like my pectorals, basically, if this were a guy. Now, pectorals if it's a girl too. Girls have pectorals, obviously. And so the breasts hang below the pectorals, and it can be difficult to say, where are you going to place them? And I just found, I'll draw my shoulder in here just like a ball. Another shoulder here. Obviously, the shoulder's not going to take quite that shape, but that's not the point. Anyway, the way that I do a strap is I start right here. This is where your neck would come out, the center of your chest. And I draw a line here, and then basically here, and then on the other side too. And that really gives me a good place to start the top of my breast. And then what I do is I draw basically a teardrop shape from here. And I'll do the same thing here. And this one is kind of obscuring this. It should be a little higher just based on the angle. And dimensionally, my shape would be kind of coming out like this. So it's a few things that are going on there, but I just like that as a landmark for just starting. So, because I found it's very easy, and I see this quite a bit. People will draw breasts, like here's your chest shape, and you've got one here and one here, and the shoulder, right here, and it can look very strange. And so I found it's a really good, and by the way, this is where I always end up doing, especially when I really structure things. And you can see, actually, I'm way out here. I brought that in. There's an art teacher out there. There's a comic artist out there that can do everything perfectly, I'm sure, Yep. But I can't. And you watch me in my videos, and like something like this, I had to adjust my chest shape. I wish I didn't. And I could say, here it is perfectly. You're never going to, I have to make adjustments. It's just a fact. Okay, so yeah.
You're not a machine.
No, and I'm actually learning with you guys in doing these kinds of breakdowns. It's actually teaching me quite a bit too, There you go. Okay, so that's really the breakdown right there. I hope that there was some information in there that I didn't have in the video. I felt like I had covered it pretty well. All right, I'm stopping.
Next super chat comes from Esteban Lopez for $10. Thank you so much, Esteban.
Thank you, Esteban. Thank you.
Esteban says, hey, Dave, I'm currently inking the Spider-Man Hulk Ultimatum page from your Gumroad, and I noticed you put smudgy darks on the page. I was wondering which I should make black or hatch/crosshatch.
Spider-Man Hulk. Oh.
You put that page up on your Gumroad?
Yeah, it's an interior page, and Hulk is holding like I think if it's the right one, he's holding a car. I'm going to say if there are smudgy darks, I don't do that. That would just be a shadow, I think. I'm sorry. I wish I could. I don't do...
You don't do smudgy darks.
Yeah, with my pencils, it's either dark, light, or rendering, cross-hatching. I hope that you guys know when I say rendering, I mean cross-hatching. But yeah, so yeah, the truth is that it would just be a shadow. Okay, let me pull up my reference here. See if I can find my...
Oh, One Mighty says, excellent collab you did with the box office artist, Dave. Super hilarious.
Oh, he's got that up.
So if anybody wants to go check out Dave's collaboration or interview or whatever you did, what did you do?
We did a Marvel Artists React, and it was with Andy Park, who is the head of the Marvel Studios design department. He's an old Top Cow guy. I mean, I've known him for years. He was one of the guys at Top Cow. He drew Tomb Raider. Anyway, he's a great guy. And so, yeah, we talked about a bunch of stuff. We had a good time. And thank you so much to Jamie for having me on. He is so good at this stuff. he just like we did it. We were there for about 3 hours and it finished. And I thought, really, we're done. Like,
but there's going to be he's divided into 2 sections, so keep watching Box Office Artist.
Yeah.
And Michael McCurdy says apparently his post about the Florida was based on a Seinfeld sketch, and that's your problem. I don't know Seinfeld. You probably do.
No, not really.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
I know Seinfeld more than Friends.
There you go. I don't know Friends. I mean, I watch Friends, but girls don't watch that way. Or not this girl. A Gothamite has a super chat for $1 up £1.99. Is that how you say it? I think it is. I'm curious. Have you seen the 3 Jokers? Nice art.
Yeah, of course. And that actually, speaking of having guests on, I can't just say, hey, I'm going to have Jay on because, you know, I think I should probably call him and confirm that first. But I'm going to have Jay on. He'll come on. Come on.
He will. You have to clean your office, though.
Yeah.
Unless he can do it from his own house.
Unless he does it from, but, you know, however it works. Yeah, we'll have Jay on very soon. You know, unless he says no, but he's got to come on. And yes, actually, I got a copy. Jay signed a copy for me. So that was of the first issue. So yeah. And I mean, it's beautiful stuff. I had actually been seeing it as he was working on it. So, you know, I saw it before you guys.
Eric Tunn is now officially banned from the stream as well. I'm going to dress up as a child zombie just to freak you out, Meredith. I'm banning people tonight. That's what's happening. Ban my kid today, so just keep it up.
Yeah. Isaac had a rough day today, that's for sure. He's a smart kid. He really is. He really does not want to work at school. Yeah. And he really pushed his mother to the brink today. It was rough.
He got banned.
I was down here going, oh no. I could hear it happening. I'm like, please, I don't want to go upstairs.
Yeah, and you did. You came up, you took over. Now Dave's the teacher. Next super chat comes from Sean Miller for $6.99. Sean says, Meredith, I just sent you a private message on Instagram. Hi, Dave. All right, Sean, I'll check it out after the stream.
Yeah, hi, Sean. Thank you.
And Greg L has a super chat for $2. Greg says, will you use a brush pen you talked about before? Is that the brush pen that I picked out of the couch?
Is it?
I don't know.
Where'd you put it?
Right there.
No. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Greg.
He sucks, Greg, sometimes.
My word is for nothing.
Yeah.
I try, you know, the problem is, and this is my life lately, not that I'm complaining. Please don't take this like a complaint.
This is as long as my arm on the fridge right now.
This is not a complaint. This is an excuse, if that's better. Probably not. But yeah, I do my live stream tonight, you know, and then from there I go like tomorrow morning. I've got a YouTube video actually that I need to do, so that'll be up Wednesday. But I also have a page that I'm working on. I just finished a cover yesterday. Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
And
yeah, because I haven't scanned it yet.
I had another cover that I just finished just before that. I did actually, I've got a video that I did for someone else. Can't talk about it yet. I'm really excited about it. I don't know when I'll be able to, but anyway, I've got a video coming out with someone else. I also, by the way, I shouldn't talk about this either. I'm excited about it though. Dr. Rock, you guys all know Dr. Rock. He's come on here a few times. He's got a great channel. And I did a collab video with him. We're going to do a Halloween collab. I'm spilling the beans. I'm the worst. You can't work with me because I just do that. But I'm pumped. I'm excited. I love him to death. He's so hilarious to watch his videos. So we're going to be doing something. I got some art from him. I'm pumped. It's going to be fun.
Cool. All right. The next super chat comes from Charles Petrie for $2 Canadian. Charles is slightly older than you, Dave. Charles says,
see, I was
49 now, and I make a point to write and draw after 8 o'clock. We just had... No, thank you, honey. We just had our friend's 50th birthday. Our friend turned 50.
Yep. This Friday.
Yeah, it's past Friday.
And then we were going to have them over on Sunday again, and which I was excited about, and it didn't work out. Then my kid got
sick.
Then yeah, and I mean, he's fine, I'm sure, but you know, you got to be careful.
Or he's got COVID. Who knows?
Or he doesn't have COVID.
It doesn't matter because he lives in his room.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
He's a teenager. He comes out to pee. He goes down to eat while we're all in bed, and then he goes back up to his room. So.
Yeah.
I'm just like, here's a sanitizer. Wash your hands. Don't touch anything I'm going to touch. Fact of the matter is, it's probably going to be dead. Not him, but whatever germs, because doesn't it like die after 2 or 4 hours?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's going to be what's going to be.
Yeah, it will be.
Jerry Roscoe has, or Rasco? I think it's Roscoe. Has a super chat for $10. Jerry says, I was a guest on my friend's channel Friday where they talk art and comics, and we made sure to talk about your stream and how helpful we all feel it is for artists of any level of experience. Okay, first of all, thank you for the $10 super chat, Jerry, and how sweet is that?
Yeah, thank you very much.
So nice.
I mean, all the way around. Yeah, thank you.
So nice. And then we get stuff like this. Kenny Wang. Birthday for me is just free money day. Kenny freaking Wang.
That's why we all love Kenny.
That's why we love Kenny. Free money. I can't even sing what's in my head right now.
No.
I need to get, we need to buy like some kind of license.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's cheap.
So that I can just sing what I want to sing.
Right. Yeah.
A song. Out loud.
Yeah. No.
Nick from Detroit says, wait till you hit 50. It's coming.
It sure is. Yeah, for me, it's, just under 2 years away for me.
Of our friends, I will be the last one to hit 50.
Yeah, you will be.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. When you're old, but not quite as old as everyone else.
That's right. That's right. It's the way to do it. Past Master Dan says 59. I'm so late in the stream, in case everybody's wondering. And there's the to be 22. I barely remember. I turned 44, says Hockey. On Thursday, happy belated birthday, Hockey. Hockey has Oktoberfest. Matthew Mangy has a $2 super chat. And you know what Matthew says?
What?
More unreasonable singing, please. He super chatted for that. He wants me to sing. We need a license. It's got to be possible.
Now I'm torn. As a super chat, I want to say thank you. And at the same time, I want to say...
Ben says, put a little love in...
Okay, stop.
A Gotham Knight. Oh, had to super chat, which for £1.99, and I think I saw it on my screen, which was, did we see your super chat? I did. We did. We got to Gotham. Sorry, Gotham. As Meredith tends to move a little slowly at the beginning of the night.
Yeah.
And then I, get to the end of the night and I have to start doing my tap dance routine. Well,
I think what happens too is, we start out and there's a ton of comments and everything. And then I think eventually people kind of are like, okay, I'm getting tired and people are, getting tired. And so the comments kind of slow down.
That's right. Arthur says, David, do you think you can draw you and Meredith as like the Adam West Batman and Robin, but it's you guys? That would be fun. That actually would be fun.
How would you tell it was me because really my big identifying feature would be under the cowl.
Your bald head. You can be Robin. I'll be Batman.
Perfect.
Give me
not doing it now.
No. All right, we've got 529 people watching right now with 211 likes. So everybody hit the like button. It's Meredith's turn to say that now.
This is going to be a weekly thing now.
Pardon?
This is going to be a weekly. You're like drunk with power. You said it once and people hit it.
With power?
Now you're like,
I watch YouTube videos and everybody's like, hey, everybody, don't forget to hit the like button. Okay, who has watched Uncle... Oh, crap, what's his name? He's the guy who critiques everybody making fried rice. Like he critiqued Gordon Ramsay making fried rice. Uncle Kenny, maybe? I don't know. Have you not seen it? He's got like millions of views.
Look, I'm sure, and I'm sure it's great, but no, I haven't seen it.
Flippin' hilarious. He watched Jamie Oliver making fried rice.
And so were they good or bad?
Jamie Oliver, he was not happy with Jamie Oliver. Gordon Ramsay, he actually had good things to say about Gordon Ramsay. I watched a woman, to be fair though, I watched a professional chef on his stream strain rice.
And you're not supposed to do that?
I've never strained rice in my life.
So, okay, so are you supposed to do that?
No.
Okay.
You put the right amount of water in for the rice, and the rice absorbs the water, and then the rice is cooked. You don't strain rice.
And so Jamie Oliver strained it?
He did not. He used actually instant, microwave rice. The bag rice? You like Uncle Ben's.
Oh yeah, that's not going to go over well.
That didn't go over. So if anybody's watched him, oh my gosh, he's hilarious.
But you know, maybe Jamie Oliver was doing.
And he says hit the like button, so I can say hit the like button.
Right, fair enough.
That was the point. Point
yeah,
was
that
the like
whole
button.
meandering story.
The whole thing was for me to say hit the like button. And look I said that, and we're at 273 likes. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
And you can also like that story that I just told.
I watched a YouTube video from someone that said, you know, please hit the like button. It is a free way for you to help out the channel. That's a nice way to say it.
Oh, that is nice. I'm not that nice. I have banned 2 people on the stream, and I banned my own child tonight. So I think we all know I'm not going to say it in a nice way.
And they're all still here, so
I know they are.
Hopefully, you guys haven't taken it seriously and went.
Of course, they're still here. That's why Eric's the moderator, not Meredith.
Yeah.
I mean, can I really ban somebody?
Would you really?
Threatening to dress up as a child zombie, or bragging about living in Florida in the winter when the Canadians, even the snowbirds, can't go to Florida right now.
Oh yeah, maybe that is a bannable offense.
Yeah, it might be right now.
So here's how I'm going to draw feet on this guy.
Did you draw rocks?
Yeah.
Everybody was talking earlier. Rocks, no rocks, rocks.
Oh yeah.
Go.
I'll give him a foot here though. Yeah, I was on whose stream was it? I think it might have been Jimmy Reyes is with. He's, by the way, I want to mention Jimmy has his Dragon Rage.
I think it's done.
Is it done?
Yeah.
Well, okay. In case it's not done,
hit its goal. It hit its target. It's good.
Okay.
He's so good.
Anyway, go check it out. Dragon Rage. He's on Indiegogo. Phenomenal comic. Great guy. You know, give him some support. And yeah, I was on his channel, and somebody said, you know, how do you draw feet? And then, or how do you know where to draw the rocks? Like if you're drawing somebody, and I said, you draw the leg down to where the foot would be, and that's where you put the rocks.
All right, I'm gonna ask this question from Ferris Jabbar, because Ferris has asked this question multiple times tonight. And he does it with like little explosions, so I can't miss it, in all caps. Hi, Dave Meredith. How do you consciously add lines to visually open area in a drawing to avoid the work being too flat while keeping the direction of lighting in mind? Thank you.
But how to answer that? So I actually have a video on rendering coming out fairly soon. But you have to think about, so if you have a plane, I'm just going to draw a plane, and I've got it lit from above. I'm going to draw a shadow on it. My rendering, you know, comes up like this, and it's rounding. It's what you're doing is just creating shading. I could do the same kind of an effect with just shade, you know, making it a little lighter as I go up. And because traditionally printing couldn't account for shading, you had to use, like with silver point and that kind of thing, you had to use just line. And so that's why inking uses lines, and it's why we still use it, just because it's, you know, it has an appealing look and it's traditional. Anyway, you have to go all the way across with it. I'm totally not finishing it. That is, I wish I could just explain this stuff and, like, you know, here's why and where and whatever. And then depending on the texture that I want for something, like let's say this is, let me finish this. I'm gonna finish it through. And so there's my rendering on this. I can texture it a little bit, make it look like, you know, rusted or something, and then make this surface a little darker. I can break up my line if I really want to bring lines across the whole thing, but I need to bear in mind, when I do this kind of broken up line, it actually textures the surface a little bit, and it gives it, you know, you wouldn't want to do this on something that's very, very clean. So, you know, every line that you put on, every kind of render line has an effect on the feel of the finished surface. And then, you know, let's say I wanted to, you know, go a little bit more rendered with it. I could go across a form this way and, you know, kind of increase the shading effect. But that's really all there is to it. And then another thing, now I don't know that this is really all that related, but it's important to me. And that is, you know what, I'm going to do it on her right here. And so I'm going to draw her rib cage. And so her overall rib cage has this kind of a shape to it. If I did like a wireframe, and you can kind of see. And so when I'm rendering, I don't want to just flatly render over it. I'm really following this. Now I'm going to go really big and ridiculous with these lines just to make the point. I mean, I wouldn't do it this way, but I'm following that shape all the way around. And so over here, I'd be over here. And it's, you really need to know, like here, this is kind of the shape that I've got here. And having the ability to do basically a wireframe over your picture, just mentally. I mean, doing this, I think on every picture would be ridiculous, but if you can do this mentally and you kind of have a sense of where your form turns in space, that gives you an idea of where to put your rendering so that it follows your form, and it gives you a pattern. Now, I would also say, if I've gone this way here, I'm going to draw her stomach. I want to make sure that the rendering below on her stomach kind of follows that too, just to keep the pattern kind of going, so it doesn't, you're really creating a bit of a visual pattern with your lines. You don't want it to just be all over, like, you know, these lines go this way and then these ones are this way. That starts to look like a mess. So there you go. That's quick and, you know, kind of simple explanation, but.
All right. Everybody's making me feel better today.
Yeah.
Nick from Detroit says, I hated school too, did way more doodling and drawing than paying attention, but still aced most of my tests. Past Master Dan says, my teacher said the only time I acted human was when I was drawing. And Charles Petrie, I was tired of formal education the last 3 years of edumacation, the last 3 years of high school. I don't want to miss that, the edumacation. Yeah. Isaac's so, like, he brought me down a glass of wine to see if I needed wine tonight. He's trying.
Just now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I left I poured more wine than I wanted. So and he upstairs. And
yeah, he's desperately trying to get his electronics back. That's what's happening. He loves you, but really, it's about getting his electronics back. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Oh, you know what? No, I still have 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, you got time. Let me look. Oh, Uncle Roger.
Uncle Roger.
I'm not that far down the stream, but the stream skipped on me, so I saw that people responded and said it was Uncle Roger, is the guy who does the how to cook Chinese fried rice.
Oh, great. There you go.
Thank you, everybody who said that. Because he's hilarious. He's always like, hit the like button. And there's only, we got 314 likes, so.
That's great.
There you go. And then now there's some conversation about Jim Lee's age. 64, 54, 45, 55, 56, 80. How old is Jim Lee? We don't know. Doesn't matter. Sheldon Martin. I think Kenny Wang said he's 80.
Okay, that's wrong. That would be wrong, but I'm not going to sit here and speculate because, he's still kind of my boss.
He's your boss.
So, yeah, I'll keep my mouth shut.
And, yeah. And Jim's great.
Yes, he is.
And Charles Petrino says I need to write my own birthday song. And Johnny Cage says I need to learn some public domain songs. It's true. But they're all old ones.
Yeah. I think we could just, not sing for 2 hours of the week.
I don't know, but I don't talk. And when you get me talking, like, I naturally just sing.
Yeah.
It's part of my day. Chip Quarles wants to know if we watched the Punisher Netflix series.
I did.
We did together.
Oh, did you watch it too?
No. We watched the Luke Cage.
Right, we watched Luke Cage together. I watched Punisher myself. No. And I think you would have enjoyed it. I'm not a Punisher
person.
Yeah, but you know what? I think you would have enjoyed it, actually.
Well, maybe we can rewatch it when I'm done. Kim's Convenience, which is fabulous and Canadian. So if you want to watch a fun show, watch Kim's Convenience.
I have to admit, it's good. It's a good show.
Yeah. Alrighty. Is it close enough?
To what? Sure.
All right. Can we get a sound effect at least? You pay like, I didn't even know how much you paid for that sound effect for, but.
This sound effect lasts forever. It's still going on, I'm sure.
Are you talking over the top of the sound effect?
Yep. I look at it. It's still going. I think I have to stop it. It will go forever.
Well, let's have the sound effect go forever. Let's do it Family Guy style and just have it go way too long.
Like 5 times as long as you think. Okay, so this book right here, this is Eduardo Rizzo. I talk about Eduardo Rizzo all the time. I think he's, let me skip to some of his art. This is an
R-rated Eduardo Rizzo, right?
No, and that's why I picked it. It's Batman. I've got
No, I said it's not R-rated.
It's not R-rated, which is why I picked it. I've got his 100 Bullets with Brian Azzarello. I think this is also Brian Azzarello as a writer. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I can't show on a live stream. So, I thought I'd pick this one. I thought it'd be a good choice that, isn't gonna, at least I'm pretty sure, hopefully. It's Batman, right? They can't show things that you can't show. So anyway, this is a huge influence on my Batman work, absolutely. And actually, I just did a Batman cover just this week, and I was looking at some of this again. So that really made me think about this book and bringing it out for the live stream. I think this would be a little bit more well known than some of the ththings that I've had, but it's just such a great influence. I like the way he does his windows and his shadowing, like this stuff. It's very Frank Miller, and his framing is incredible. Like here and these kinds of choices. Also, his shadowing just on his figures is very good. He kind of goes very simple with some and then shadows others depending on the mood he's looking for. I tend to shadow everything kind of heavily, but I just love how, because he's got these figures so dark and these figures very light in the background, they really frame the shot well. And it just works in black and white incredibly well. And then he's got a little shadow on this figure, so it draws your eye to it. And you can see that would be, kind of the focal point of the panel. I love how he does this kind of thing with the, cast shadow on the ground. He's got Batman's shadow over this guy's back, just beautifully done. There's some amazing stuff in here. This is some really great, like these windows here are all done just kind of negative space. You only see the shadow and none of the line detail. I think it looks beautiful. And, yeah, a big influence for me. I love this kind of, and I don't know if you've looked at my Batman stuff, you've probably seen me copy. Now, I'm going to say in my defense, not exactly this alley, but close enough times, because I love this kind of shadow composition. The way that he's framing Batman landing with that shadow, but then still opening it up so it's not just completely dark. And yeah, just beautiful shots, really great angles that he picks. And just, yeah, incredibly put together. Like this shot here, I think is amazing. And you can really, I can skip ahead and you can go anywhere in the book. And all of his 100 Bullet stuff is great that way too. Great looking rain. I love this kind of effect with the water, and you can see things reflected down into it. Anyway, beautiful set. Look at this. That's very Frank Miller, this shot here. But yeah, just beautifully done. I don't do it enough. Actually, this is right here. This is making me wish I was drawing Batman right now. Or at least a short story or something. Just to, try some more of this stuff. Beautiful stuff. So there you go. That is my book of the week. Highly recommend it. Eduardo Rizzo, Batman. I think this is Batman Noir. Eduardo Rizzo. This is the deluxe edition. Just really great stuff. So, and a huge influence for all of my Batman work. And just, for framing your shots with shadow and working with the interplay of dark and light. I think he's the master.
All right. So I had Sheldon Martin. I've been banned by Meredith Finch, and all I got was this lousy shirt.
You banned Sheldon?
No, I didn't ban Sheldon. Okay. But he might get banned now.
What? You can't ban Sheldon?
I can't ban anybody. That is why Eric is in charge. Sean Miller says, snowbirds can go to Florida, but only if they fly. They can't drive. That's true. Which means Dave may end up making it down for something. As long as you don't have to quarantine for 14 days before. Which is why you should go to Florida, actually, because I don't think there's a quarantine in Florida.
Well, I will have to quarantine coming back, but business. It's, yeah, I think I'll end up doing it. And honestly, quarantine for me,
basically life here.
My only
top of the stairs.
I would say my sad thing about it would be I couldn't even go out on my motorcycle because you can't leave the house.
Except it's fall.
Except it'll be December.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not going to be a problem.
All right. Apparently, I was wrong about Jimmy's thing. People are letting me know. It's got, Sheldon says it's got 18 days left. And then Jalapeno Milk says it has 15 days left. So 15 or 18. Dragon Rage is funded, says Johnny Cage, but you can still order it, and I recommend you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's a great book. Jimmy's put so much time and effort and, you know, time and effort, you know, heart and soul, you know, anyway, he's put so much into the book. I think the writing's fantastic, and it's just it's a good group of guys. So I would implore you to check it out. And it's a very professional book, you know, beautiful colors. Actually, the colorist just colored me on something else too. Like he does a lot of Marvel stuff, and for, you know, a bunch of people, he's very, very good. I got to meet him also on Jimmy's channel.
Mike Stewart thinks I'm 21. Mike, I don't even want to be 21 again. No, he says, just kidding. No, it's not just kidding. I look like I could be 21. No, see, that's how women roll. We like say no, and then we say we're mad that you said it, and we're mad that you didn't say it. That's how it goes. That's kind of day Mayor's having. Daredevil says Kenny Wang was the only good Marvel show. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, I liked it. Not always.
Not the only good Marvel show.
Okay, yeah, because it was Punisher. Yeah. What else was there? There's Punisher.
Luke Cage. We liked Luke Cage.
Yeah, I looked not toward the end though. I felt like they kind of lost it. Yeah. Which is too bad.
Alec says, "My wife and I love Kim's Convenience."
Yeah, it's a good show.
Alpin says, "Dang, I really got to start drawing, but I can't peel myself away from Monday Night Draw." And Eric, the greatest moderator ever, all Dave's books of the week are added to his Discord. And then he posts a link to the Discord.
Oh, thank you, Eric.
Because Eric is the greatest moderator ever. Moderator extraordinaire. All right, I missed 2 super chats. I'm going to scroll down. ODM Photography is a super chat for $5. Trailer Park Boys, Canada's second gift to the USA, hockey number 1. It's on our to-do list. We were trying to figure out what to watch.
Yeah.
No, not Trailer Park Boys, Letterkenny.
Letterkenny is the one you wanted to watch.
Yeah, I don't know if Trailer Park Boys would be up Maris Alley.
Yeah.
We might do Letterkenny first.
You know, you never know. We'll give it a try. It can be tough to say. Like Kim's Convenience, I didn't hate it or anything at first. No, I really like it.
I never feel badly when Isaac walks into the room when I'm watching Kim's Convenience.
Okay, there you go.
That's a factor.
But yeah, it grew on me really fast. I don't feel like
a bad mom when Isaac sits on the couch when I'm watching Kim's Convenience.
Yeah, like unlike Family Guy.
Yeah. And you're just like, no. All right. And then we have a super chat from Romeo Azar for $9.99. Romeo says, "Hi from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Will you be doing more in-depth gesture action drawing courses on your site?"
I will be. Absolutely, yes. I will say I've got a lot of plans for a lot of things right now, just because and I've already got it filmed, actually, the expressions. I didn't want to... I've been getting a lot of people asking for that, and I felt like it was something that was really missing from the How to Draw Superhero Heads course. So I wanted to get it in there. So I've got that. And then I will be moving on to something else. I've got a lot of stuff going on. So it's always I'm getting to it as quickly as I possibly can. But yeah, the next will be expressions, and then after that will be more of a figure intensive. And you know, the YouTube videos I really enjoy doing, but it's so difficult to get a lot of information in them. And you know, sometimes I feel like I'm more successful than other times in just in getting across what I want to get across. I think sorry, I'm doing his eyes, so I'm trailing off here. Concentrating.
Dang it.
I think so. I've been talking to Meredith about this, and you know, maybe let me know what you guys think. I speed them up twice as fast, and then I talk over it, and I do that actually for 2 reasons. Number one is I can get twice as much drawing into, you know, half the time. or I guess the same time, you know what I mean? But then the other reason I do it is I'm afraid that the YouTube audience will really just get bored if I'm drawing real time. Honestly, that's why I do it. I'm like, you know, I feel like people want things to just be like really quick and snappy, and it's a bit of a different, you know, people that want a full course really want to go in there and, you know, in depth really study things, and YouTube might be different. And I might be reading that wrong. I don't know. So, but I will say it's actually much, much easier for me to put together, for me to talk and draw the way that I am now and just really talk about what I'm doing and go kind of more in depth. Like the course stuff, far easier actually for me to put together and faster than the YouTube stuff. And really what's been holding the course stuff back more than anything is just trying to get the YouTube stuff out. It's a big challenge.
Not enough time in the day.
Not enough time in the day. And so I'm thinking I might go real time, you know, for the YouTube stuff and just cut down on the content that's in them, unfortunately, because I can't go past, you know, 18 or so minutes. Anything beyond that, and you really start to suffer. So, and when I say suffer, what I mean is I don't want to, you know, make this whole like the business of YouTube or whatever, but there is a point where if your viewership, your total time that people watch falls below a point, it really affects your standing in the algorithm. So I can't afford to just, as much as I would like to just do, you know, 3-hour videos and hey, let's just, you know, talk and make it kind of aimless. I can't afford to do that and have them do well on YouTube. So it's like a, you know, you figure stuff out as you go along, and that's kind of where I'm at. You know, I'm experimenting. That was a long explanation.
Ooh, yeah.
You guys are all here for the, you know, me whinging about my YouTube channel. That's what we're here for.
That's why I'm here. Oh, all right. Next super chat question. Moving right along. SCS Powerlifting has a super chat for $5. SCS wants to know how you feel about all the retcons DC are doing in 2021. I honestly don't know anything about it. Do you know anything about it?
No.
We aren't educated enough to answer that question.
Yeah, I apologize. Thank you for the question, and I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
I know, like I just finished doing covers for Deceased, which was great. You know, I love working for Ben Abernathy. He's the editor of Batman. I'm doing covers for Death Metal. I've got one more that's due. That's actually this week too, right? I need to get that one done.
And then we're not taking more DC covers for a bit.
Well, for a couple months, yeah. I talked to Ben and I said, yeah, I need a couple of months just to catch up. But yeah, it can be a little difficult to keep up with everything that's happening. So I don't know. I'm kind of the same way with Marvel. Like I have some idea of what's happening based on the work that I'm doing there.
Honestly, I think part of it, you used to be more up on what's happening. Except right now you're doing your YouTube thing, and then this other thing that you're doing that you can't talk about, and then you're trying to get your book done, and then you're doing covers, and then like now you're schooling Isaac because I banned him. So
banned him. He'll be back in a couple of days, but yeah, no.
You're busy. Like you don't have a ton of free time.
No, and then I'm really trying to do stuff like, you know, doing box office artist show. Jamie doing his show was something that I really enjoyed doing, but that's, you know, that's time. And Jimmy Reyes, actually, I just got an email from Jimmy. He's got an artist coming on to his show soon.
I don't have time.
I know, but I don't want to say no because I'm a huge fan. I think it would be I'm totally gonna end up doing it.
Well, you can cancel the plans we've already made.
Yeah, look, you know what? I know I don't have time. I really do. And it's always this way. I'm busy enough that anything that I do is affecting other things for sure. So it's always choices.
Next super chat comes from Russ Hicks. It's almost 9:30. It's about time, I would say, for me to start yawning, but I've been yawning all night. So I did tell you I was down here in my pajamas. So $5 super chat from Russ Hicks. Russ says, glad you guys are back on this week. What horror movies are you watching this Halloween from one horror fan to another? Isaac has watched It, and then he spent 3 nights sleeping on our bedroom floor.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't do horror movies. So that would leave the question to you, David.
Joe Bob Briggs' Last Drive-In. That's what I'll be watching. So for those of you who don't know, it's on Shudder, which is it's like Netflix for horror movies, and they have a show called Joe Bob Briggs' Last Drive-In show, and he puts on like really cheesy old drive-in movies, you know, like the craziest, most tasteless movies you could possibly imagine. And yeah, I love it. And he does this whole monologue in the beginning, which is very funny. And then, you know, he plays a bunch of the movie, and then he talks about it. He's got all this lore about the movie. It is amazing the amount of people in those horror movies that have died from like ridiculous circumstances. Like, it is a lifestyle they were living, clearly. Anyway, so yeah, I'm sure he'll have a Halloween show out, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. I actually fell behind. I just watched his Christmas show, so, you know, to give you an idea where I am in terms of
watched
like,
a Christmas show. What is wrong with you?
I know. Yeah, you know what? I'm just behind.
Was it on the Hallmark Channel?
No. Joe Bob Briggs. Oh, he's got season 1 so far. He's got season 2, but then he also has specials. Yeah. So right, that's what I'm really looking forward to. I was
for a minute there. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, I just watched Blood-Sucking Freaks.
Oh yay!
I know, and you know, you finish watching the movie, and it's like, it's so cheeseball that it's not really all that. Like, it sounds worse than it might, but honestly, it is so outrageously tasteless that I finished and I go, oh yeah. Feel like a bad person now.
That's why you watch these things down here when you work.
All right. Yeah. Henry
Jeremick says, Meredith, please ask Dave if he wants to add his rifle to his back.
Oh yes, I will. Thank you. That was Henry?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will. And actually, I've got it in the sketch. I forgot, so thank you. It wouldn't have been in there for sure. I would have missed it. I'm off the camera and I can't see. I've got my reference up, so I actually really can't see the camera at any given point.
Can't stop yawning right now. Dan Genovese has a $5 super chat. Dan says, hi, Dave and Meredith. I'm glad you guys are well. Dave, I would love to see you draw Link from The Legend of Zelda if you ever get around to it.
That'd be fun. Thank you very much for the super chat. And yeah, that would definitely be different. It would be like Link kind of in my style. That would be fun. You know what? I'm not saying no. I'll say that.
Johnny Cage's band. He's taunting me with song lyrics. That's number 3. 3 people banned, and I've already banned Isaac today, so that's 4. 4 people banned. Project Zero. So David Meredith, even considering this is a hard tip brush pen, you need extra precision to handle these strokes.
This is actually it's a full-on brush, so it's not hard tip at all. So yeah, you need more precision because of that. In a minute, I'll be using my hard tip brush pen, and you do need some precision, but nowhere near as much as this, which is why I use this. Like, I can get a real, you know, blurpy kind of, that's a word, kind of line from this very easily, but it's harder for me to get detail. So you can see what I've got here. I mean, you could call this a style, I guess. You know, it's looser, right? I mean, there are artists that work this way, and I like when artists do this. So, you know, but yeah, this is like my first pass, and then I go in with my hard tip but still flexible pen, the Tombos, and my zebras. And by the way, the Tombow, this is a zebra. Zebra. This is a Tombow. The only difference between them is, you know, they're both the same. I tried different pens at different times. I thought that I liked the Tombows more, and then other times I thought I liked the zebras more. I finally realized, you know what it is, Meredith? I like the one that's more dead.
Okay.
A little less ink comes out, and I get more precision. Yeah, so enough. What I do now, I don't know if you noticed, I've got them just sitting open.
Oh, just let them dry out a bit?
Yeah, they dry out.
Okay, perfect. You're just like Isaac. All right, Nick from Detroit, my new favorite person, because Nick says, Meredith, ask for bribes for people to get unbanned.
Except that you're not actually banning anyone. So.
Oh, they're banned.
Or does that mean that you just won't answer their questions?
Nobody's reading your chats now.
Except you do.
I know I do. Terrible. Not much of a disciplinarian.
Yeah, no. That's why Isaac
is out of control.
He's out of control.
Out of control.
For me, you know, any of you that were here a couple weeks ago, Isaac is my son who, you know, came on and was forcing me to show.
He is your son.
Yeah, he sure is.
I might have birthed that boy, but I got nothing else done with it.
He's yeah, he came on and was forcing me to show his artwork.
Full on Dave.
And I'm like, I want to say, Isaac, get out of here right now, but I don't want to start yelling at the kid on the stream. and he knows that I can't say anything, so he's totally milking it. Kid.
I'm learning to draw. Says they had this horror movie that Meredith should watch called In Front of the Camera Without Makeup. It's true. It would be a horror show.
That's
you
pretty
guys,
funny.
I'm just doing you a favor here. I don't think you appreciate the favor I'm doing you. Nobody needs to see Meredith without makeup. Even my horses don't see me without at least a mascara. Just because I'm blonde, my eyelashes are blonde. I have no eyelashes if I don't put mascara on. So there. All right, scrolling through. Something sketchy. Doesn't watch horror movies because something sketchy gets scared really easily. That's my problem. I've shared the story before where I had to get Everett to sit down with me through a Nicole Kidman horror movie.
Yeah.
And I said Dan's name correctly. Yay!
Oh, good. There you
go. All right. Art Jedi says, Meredith, tell Dave that I'm absolutely in love with this piece. So insane how epic it is. Still in shock.
Oh, I'm glad.
You should spill some ink on it. Oh, dear. Poor Art Jedi. One Mighty R says, Nightbot banned me a few times. Epic battle on the stream.
Hey, yeah, you know that battle's...
Nightbot? Remember that?
Yeah, that battle's coming back.
Oh, we're having Nightbot again?
Pretty soon. We're at 63,000. When we hit 75, we're going to do another giveaway. And, I mean, that's probably going to be a couple months. Or, you know, I never know. If I have a video that does really well, it goes faster.
Let's get it done by the end of the year, people.
There you go. Yeah.
Let's make the goal to end 2020 with 75,000 subscribers.
And everybody watching is going, you know what? I'm already subscribed. Like, come on.
What? To put it out there in the universe.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Isn't that the secret?
Yeah.
Isn't that the secret of the secret?
And, you know, which is why I actually would like to take a moment and say thank you to all of you guys that are subscribed already. We always say, you know, please hit like. Thank you so much for the...
don't forget to hit the like button.
Thank you for those of you that have. And, you know, for subscribers, thank you so much for those of you that are subscribed. You know, we couldn't do it without you, and I'm very, very grateful.
Kenny Wang, it's holding you up to a light of chauvinism, Dave, because Kenny says we haven't had a female character since White Queen. Actually, Kenny, that's not true because Dave did Magic.
That's right.
So,
you know, I gotta be honest.
Weeks ago.
That was a cut. Yeah, I do. Now, he's not entirely wrong. I draw men more for sure.
Yeah, you do.
I'm more of a,
right.
But, you know.
But you did just do drawing female torsos.
I did. And I like drawing women. The reason why I don't do as many, I know, is because I'm much more afraid of doing a poor job on the stream. You're more
comfortable drawing men.
Yeah. Now, like even Mandalorian here is a real stretch for me. It's so different. All this detail. It could work or it could be a disaster. And it's really, I don't actually know yet. We'll see. Because right now it's all very loose. I'm sure it doesn't look the best, but this could resolve into something really good.
Yeah, in the next 35 minutes.
Hey, I'm doing my best. Or this could, just be junk.
Anthony Gee has a super chat for $4.99. Anthony says, Dave, I was inking a piece and found I was worrying over losing detail and shadowing. How do you decide when to sacrifice detail to shadow, or vice versa?
If I feel like the shadow is going to add drama to a picture, then I'll always add it in. Now, a really good example of when I won't is, okay, I know, Meredith, we don't have a ton of time. So I've got a figure here. And here's his arm. And I've got my shadow here. And a shadow on the chest here. And if I draw a shadow across here, let's say it's Superman, I'm going right across his chest. I'm really covering a lot. I might actually just cheat and not put that shadow there. There are times that I'll cheat that kind of a shadow there. So if there's a place where a cast shadow is going to cast long into something that I don't want to obscure, I'll cheat it. But other than that, for the most part, I'm willing to let things kind of disappear into the shadow a little bit because I think it actually adds to the picture.
All right, the next super chat comes from Matthew Mangy for $2. Matthew says, draw Freebird. know who Freebird is.
Thank you very much for the super chat.
Do you know who Freebird is?
Freebird is a song by Leonard Skinner. I mean, that's the only Freebird I know.
If there's more than that, then we're in trouble.
And meanwhile, that's like from the early 70s. So, you know, it's probably some very popular thing that we just don't know because we're old. Not that old, but yeah, old enough.
All right, next super chat comes from Sheldon Martin for $5. Sheldon says, Meredith, here's a bribe to read my chat and not ban me from anything in the future that may be grounds for my removal.
Sheldon.
See, now I gotta read Sheldon's chat.
Yep. Sheldon's an OG. We can't ban him anyway. I mean, honestly, all the people that you've been saying you're going to ban are like, you know, are OG.
Originals. Yeah. I know. That's why I feel like I can say I'm going to ban them because they all know I'm really not going to.
Yeah.
Then my bark is worse than my bite. Levi L. Pavia has a super chat for $1.99. Levi wants to know, what size of paper do you use? 9 by 12 or 11 by 17?
11 by 17. This actually is, you know, here, let me, see if I can, I've got another, hold on. This is what I'm using right here. It's Strathmore Bristol Smooth Line for Pages, 11 by 17. It comes in a book. You can just pull these right out of there. They're already lined. It's great paper. It's 200 series. So it's actually thinner than I talked to artists that'll use like 400 series or 500, like crazy. And I find this paper actually holds up really, really well. Now, I'm not using quills. Quills tend to be the biggest problem for inkers with bad paper. But I've used quills with this paper and it's worked great. Actually, Matt Banning, Bat, almost exclusively uses quills, and he was the one that demanded basically that I get this paper because I was using DC paper and he hated it. It wasn't working. And I find this stuff to be totally consistent too. That's another problem. The DC paper, Marvel paper went through this for a while too. You know, you get a batch and it's great, and then you get another batch and you can't draw on it. It's just trash. And I don't know what would happen, but yeah, the Strathmore stuff, very consistent. Highly approve.
All right. Joel Eustace says, I just found a great / bad horror movie called Zombie Night, starring Anthony Michael Hall and Daryl Hannah. No. It's as bad / good as it sounds.
Wow.
I might even be able to watch that with Daryl Hannah and Anthony Michael Hall.
How bad could that be?
How bad good could it be? That might be one that Meredith could watch.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Too much. Oh, Michael Maggie says, no, I'm old too. It was a dad joke. Freebird was a dad joke. We're so bad with the dad jokes. All right, JB Argo has a super chat for $9.99. Hi, M&D. Hi, son. I signed up for your classes. That's because I said M&D is like mom and dad.
Oh.
I signed up for your classes on your webpage. Not sure if I did it correctly. Is there more than one lesson, or do the other lessons cost additional? Love your work, by the way. Can I have that drawing? Thank you so much, JB, for the super chat.
Well, the drawing, this is...
Fight.
Thank you very much for the super chat. This drawing is actually for
our Jedi.
Now, on the website, signing up is for the Drawing Superhero Heads course, and that is the only course that I've actually got up there right now.
But there's more than one lesson.
Oh yeah, well yeah. There's 18 lessons in that course. Like it's a pretty extended course, and it's going to be very soon much more extended. I'll have a whole section on expression by the end of by the end of next week. It's going to be by the end of this week, but if it's not, please don't
Don't hold them to it.
Yeah, like I'm doing my best here. I really am. So yeah, that's what's up there. Now, I'm going to just tell you, straight up, I had a few covers that I really had to get through over the last, it actually really worked out that I didn't have a YouTube video to do this week just because I had like 4 or 5 covers just to try and get through. Now that those are done, mostly they're done, right? I'm working on pages.
We've got a couple more covers.
Yeah. I'm going to the site. I want to make sure that everybody's got everything they need on there, and there's a community function there, so you can ask questions just there. And yeah.
I missed a super chat.
No.
My JD, I'm sorry if it's from JD Collier. Missed my super chat, so I'll ask again. Can you do Xenomorph or Leatherface in the future? My stream actually, like, I lost internet connection, so I just tried to scroll back, so maybe that's when I missed it. I'm so sorry, JD. And can you answer that question, please, Dave?
Well, I think we were talking about doing Leatherface actually. So, but you know, Xenomorph would be a great way to keep Meredith up until 4 o'clock in the morning. So maybe we could do that. That's the problem. As much as I would love to do it, it would be like I would have to do it over the course of a couple weeks, which I'm not totally against. I found the second week of the same picture, people kind of trail off just a little bit, but only a little bit.
All right.
And when it comes to horror, I mean, come on, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is there a more influential horror movie? I'm sure there is, but it's sure up there, especially for, basically a guy that did it on a shoestring budget with no support whatsoever, a bunch of college kids that were, in the drama program, basically.
All right, Lance DeBoyer says, Dave, don't stress. Your courses are worth the wait.
Oh, I got my own sound effect. I can talk into my water bottle.
Did you just mute me?
No, I hit the sad trombone. That was the sad. It goes like wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't give me the sound effect board. I make my own. I can't sing. I can make my own. So I'm going to bring down some pots and pans next week. Make my own sound effects. Sheldon,
I think I've hit every single one.
Sheldon Martin says the whole session on expression is a blessing. A session expression blessing. Oh dear, Sheldon. That takes bad jokes. Dad jokes.
Those are like uncle jokes from Teen Titans Go.
Yeah. All right. Keith Elliott has a super chat for $4.99. Keith says, why use a quill dip pen when the pens on your chats are wonderful? Why would you? Good question.
Well, and thank you for the super chat. And yeah, now the truth is a quill dip pen, with this pen, I can get, I'm going to zoom in. I want to really show this. I still have not really ever done anything directly on inking. We're going to zoom way in. I'm not sure how far I can zoom in before this is just a mess. We'll see. Whatever. I've gone beyond the limit of where it's useful. But you can see it actually kind of, I don't know if I'm looking at it on my camera software here and I can see it, but I know that what I'm sending out is pretty degraded. So it might not be visible. But at the end of these, it fades. And I can't get a complete point with this. It's just a limitation of the pen. With a quill, I can get something that goes down to like a hairline, perfect little point. But, the drawback is that I have to dip it. I end up dropping the ink everywhere. You dip the pen too far into the inkwell and it comes up on top of it. It makes a mess. And also, I can scribble with this. You can't do that with a quill. Like I find for me, I'm not really an inker. I'm a penciler, and I'm doing this. I'd say maybe I'm a bit of a hybrid now. I've gotten really used to just blocking things in with a brush. That was a real mind screw for a little bit, to be honest. Because you get used to scribbling with a pencil. And just being able to use a brush and throw in a big area, it's like, whoa, it's a little scary at first, but.
Herman Johannes says, I normally just watch and not say much on the chat. It's good to watch masters like Jim Lee and Dave Finch at work. I'm old school artist from the UK.
Oh, thank you, Herman.
Thank you so much, Herman. And I want you to know people like the sound effects. In fact, Paul Essenson said, LOL, perfect sound. So from now on, I'm making my own sound effects.
No, they meant the trombone.
No, they meant mine. Mine was perfect. Next time I'm gonna bring down like 2 blocks with sandpaper on and go. Uh-oh. Super chat's broken. Meredith, the super chat's broken. Uh-oh. Is that right?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Jordan says that. Jordan Seward. Maybe he's just mad at me. Jerry Rasco says Meredith's going to turn the stream into a 1920s radio show with the Foley sound effects. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And Dan Genovese says, Meredith, my mother loves to sing too, and to this day, as soon as she starts to sing, my brother freaks out and stops her.
Enough of that! Stop it!
Stop singing! Stop singing! And don't forget the rifle.
Okay, now. Oh, yeah, right. Rifle. Okay. Let me get my reference here. Of course, the one picture that doesn't have a right. There we go.
Hey, if hate to read another Kenny Wang super chat, but he does make a good point. If you want to do like something scary and something female, the Alien Queen.
Okay, if you will agree to be up until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Nope, Kenny, you suck. You're banned.
Oh, wow.
Kenny's banned. That's it.
Hey, we're going to come on here next week. There's going to be nobody here. I'm going to say, gee, what happened? He's
going to be here because they come for the drawing. I'm just background.
Why did everybody leave? It's a mystery.
Background sound effects. Poor Kenny. Meredith, please tell Dave this is his editor, Bad Penny, telling him to draw the rifle. Oh,
I did.
We got it.
It's in there.
Don't worry, Jordan. Just ask your question. You can super chat next week. Jordan says, I updated my Apple ID and changed my email to update version. Now it keeps asking for verification. Don't worry. Just ask your question, Jordan. That's good. All good. Matthew Maggie says, Dave reminds me of that guy in the quest for the Holy Grail that tries to keep his son from singing.
No ban! No ban!
No. Everybody's getting banned. Everybody's not really banned. I mean, the only one, if I can ban Isaac, then I can ban people on the stream. I gotta live with that kid, so everybody be back. Come back next week. Don't make Dave sad. We've got 442 likes.
Hey, that's great.
How people not come back?
Yep.
Alec Obert has a super chat for $4.99. Glad to see you two again. Would you do a course on sequentials? Also, thanks for the feedback on my Dragon Rage fan art. It's much better now.
Well, thank you very much, Alec. Alec is a moderator on the Discord channel and just a good dude and been very helpful lately. So, yeah, whatever you would like. Actually, you know what? I have an entire lesson plan drawn up for sequential. Like the whole works, it's in the works. I've got something special going on with that one though, so I can't really talk about it, but I've got that coming.
Secret deets.
And that's why, yeah, no, it really
you're
is.
You're being very good about not spilling the beans on this one. See, yeah. Really, like he pretends he's spilling the beans on stuff, and sometimes you do. I
know, I try not to.
But for the most part.
By the way, speaking about spilling the beans on stuff.
What?
You want a duck?
Why?
I'm getting up.
Oh, duck. Oh no, my leg's cramping up.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh no, hurry up.
Okay. I'm back.
I got a cramp now. Oh.
Okay. I'm not sure how much of this is showing up.
I need to do more yoga, clearly.
Apparently. Okay, so this is my cover for Red Sonja.
Are you allowed to show that?
No. But for you guys, I'm getting myself in trouble.
Nick Barucci better like you.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know what? We have this on Indiegogo. I have a link in the description.
It's not live yet.
It's not live yet.
Sign up to get like.
It might be live. I haven't checked.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Okay. Well, anyway, it's coming up.
I wouldn't send it live and then not tell you it's live.
So I'm not supposed to show this yet.
Oh my gosh.
But here it is.
See, I don't know if everybody can hear that.
I've been so excited about it. I've
the
wanted to
head
show it. It's
slapping
driving
the
me
forehead sound effect.
It's driving me crazy that I can't show this picture. So yeah, anyway, I put so much work into it. I got, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in there. And anyway, yeah, I'm excited about it. And also, I gotta be honest, Meredith, I want to try to promote this picture and say, hey, like, I've got this going on. But how do I say, oh, you know what? Look at this.
Stop.
Got pencil all over it. Oh my gosh,
stop. It's already colored now. So
I know. I'm wasting my time.
Not a person. I'm just going on. I'm going to reading streams while he's.
But yeah, how do I promote a cover when I can't even show it?
You can promote it when it comes out.
Well,
then you can show it.
Too late. Nobody showed that to anyone.
Not a person says, I come from Meredith. Please don't ban me now. You know who's banned right now? Dave's banned. I'm banning Dave.
At least I earned it.
Ross Klein. Hi, this is Ross's son Parker, wondering why Baby Yoda isn't in his baby pod.
He is. Oh, in his pod?
In his pod.
Because the pod would have been harder to draw.
And because Meredith has to go to bed.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
Truthfully, poor Meredith. She's in her pajamas.
I hate making decisions.
Washed already.
I hate making decisions on these based on time, but I have to do it. Like I would love to draw, like the city behind him and a couple of vehicles. Like it'd be a blast. But yeah. And even if it weren't for Meredith, honestly, like I've got. Let me zoom in a little bit. Now that I'm actually looking at my camera software, I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. And let me try and stay, actually on the screen. Yeah, I've got so much work that I'm constantly behind on. And I have to say, like every time I talk to any editor or anybody that I'm working with, the first line of my email is always, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true. That's why Meredith reads all your emails.
Yeah.
And responds. That's why anybody who knows actually CCs me on all your emails.
And all of you guys, that watch the YouTube channel know how horrible I am to deal with. I say, oh yeah, I'll have a video out on Wednesday. And then,
oh
it's
yeah,
Thursday.
I'll put up the magic pencils up or inks up for someone to color. That hasn't happened.
No. And yeah, so I really do try, but.
You got a lot going on.
I do.
That's why we have a fringe list. Dave has his own personal honeydew list, but it's all work related.
Yeah, and I've gotten through one already.
Yeah, we threw one in the garbage.
We're on the second fridge list. One. So rolling.
I'm learning to draw says that Meredith need to dress like Vanna White and stand behind Dave pointing things he needs to draw.
See, it'd be better stream.
Actually, I'll be taking pages when you start erasing pages that are already done.
You know what, Meredith? If you were sitting at the desk right now,
I know
we'd have like 5 times the viewers.
We wouldn't.
We would.
We'd have 5 viewers. Is that what you said? If I was sitting at the desk, we'd have 5 viewers?
No, I said we'd have like 5 times the viewers.
No, we wouldn't. Let's move on from that one. That false compliment. To JD Collier, who has a $5 super chat. JD says, ooh, what about Bub from Day of the Dead, 1985 George A. Romero movie?
Bug?
Bub. B-U-B, Bub, from the Day of the Dead.
A movie I've seen a bunch of times, and now, like when you say it, I'm
maybe Bub's a zombie. Is it a zombie film?
You know what? I'm so bad with names, and I mean, I've seen that movie a lot.
Well, clearly, you're not watching it like a guy, because a guy would know.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? You just lost your bro card.
Lost it. You know what? I've seen a whole lot more though.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead. Truthfully, so.
Oh my gosh. Eric, your moderator extraordinaire, just said, sign up for Dave's Red Sonja cover and Indiegogo here. And put a link, because Eric is the best.
Sure is.
Eric is the bomb. Yeah, and Sheldon Martin's like, I can hear all the screenshots. Exactly. As Dave said, don't share it. Everybody already screen capped it. Not that hard.
No.
All right. Hold on. I was scrolling and then my blipped.
Just wait till next week when I show the Batman cover. I'm not allowed to show.
Oh, you better not do that. Jack of Clubs has a super chat for £4.99. I hope I say that right. Who knows? Don't correct me if I'm wrong at this point. Viewers can change their playback speed. Dave shouldn't have to change his great content to satisfy short attention spans and highlight the feature. I think the only one with the short attention span here is me.
No, he means for the YouTube videos where I'm doing them all.
See, I tuned you out when you're talking.
Wow, thanks.
That would be my short attention span. Only because you talk about your YouTube channel all the time.
I never.
All the time.
Never ever.
Time. And when you start talking about your YouTube channel, it's like I shift into another gear.
To quote Ethan Becker, never ever. Ethan Becker has a YouTube channell.
Stop, because now I'm gonna say.
Anyway,
what?
He's hilarious.
Never?
It's very funny. He's very good. He's a really great artist. He's very cartoony, and he's got like some really interesting ways that he breaks things down. But he's also it's like an entertainment channel, Anyways, very funny. And it just popped into my head.
Alpin's trying to get banned right now. Alpin says, draw a ship behind them. It won't take long.
No problem.
You banned.
The problem is I could draw a ship behind them.
Good.
It would just either take me forever or look like a marshmallow.
Yeah. All right, I got another super chat. Hold on, I got a couple super chats. It bothers me. It's hard to follow when the chat blips.
Yeah.
Hold on. Black Tiger 001 has a super chat for $2. Meredith, would you do a writing video, maybe a Q&A? That might be the only way a writing video would work.
Yeah. You would have to do it.
Question and answer.
You would have to do it on a different channel, though.
I would.
I have quality standards.
I love you so much.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah. No soup for you. Can I say that, or is that copyright too?
I'm pretty sure you're good with that one.
Okay. I actually made soup today, so.
And meanwhile, that'll be what gets us banned.
I know. You know what's the best though is I did make soup today.
You did.
I did.
I haven't tried it yet because
It's not for you.
Not at all.
It's for a sick boy. I had to go into the grocery store because I couldn't click and collect in time.
Right.
He told me he was sick.
All right.
So I had to go and it's high quality too. I didn't just buy a chicken and like debone or part the chicken.
I was planning on big bowling that tomorrow.
It was like 4 chicken breasts and some chicken thighs and just veggies. It's actually probably pretty good soup.
Yeah, it looked great. It smelled great.
Yeah. It's because of the whole onions I just leave in there.
Yeah.
Dr. Rock Art is here.
Hey, there we go.
With a super chat for 10 euros and 99 cents. Hey guys, good you're back. Mandalorian looks great. Dave, I want to try out this thick pencil tape thing. Will this also help to be able to draw longer with no exhaustion or just better control?
Hey, Dr. Rock. I don't know if you saw or if you weren't here, but I mentioned that we've got something coming up at the end of the month for Halloween, which I'm super excited about. And then I said to Meredith, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about that. And I did. I'm sorry. But I'm pumped. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. And for the pencil, it just, my hand hurts less after. Now, you'll notice I don't have anything on this. I only use it on my pencil because I press harder. I don't actually press that hard with my pens. And I find it's only these ones where I start to cramp up. But, so yeah, I should probably get some tape on some of these. Because lately I actually have been cramping a little bit.
Because you don't have it on your ink pens.
And it's so rare that I do full pencils now. Like I do, like what you saw with this picture here is okay, I'm going to zoom back out a little bit because every time I look up, I'm drawing off the picture. So let's come back out. I hate that you can't really see what I'm doing when it's zoomed out because it's so far, like you can't see detail. But then anyway, I was talking.
JD says,
thank you.
Bub is the zombie with the headphones.
Do
you know what from the movie?
I want to lie right now and say that I do because I don't want to lose my bro pass card,
your bro
whatever.
Card.
But I don't remember.
Somebody said, I can't remember. I just saw it. Just give a little fist bump and you get your card back. Oh, Matthew Mangy. Quick, do a fist bump, get your bro card back. Just bump the camera, Dave. Get your pro card back. There you
Good
go.
to know. All right.
And Art9 says, if you, just so y'all know, if you resend her every email you write to him and she reads it first, there's a possibility your email will get deleted before he sees it. It's not true. I never delete your emails without. Sometimes I'd like to, but I don't.
Yeah, you do see him first.
That's not a marriage.
No, it's not. What does happen is you read them and you mark them unread, and sometimes you forget every once in a while, and then I miss an email. And
yeah, sometimes I forget to mark it unread. Yes,
that'll happen,
I'm
but that's
good
rare.
at that though, yeah.
No, it's happened, but not much.
I'm very good, even though sometimes I want to delete emails. I never do.
Yeah.
I tell you about them in a way that makes, them seem less important. No, I don't even do that. Anthony Gee has a super chat for $1.99. Anthony says, my Halloween draw vote is Sam from Trick or Treat.
Sam from Trick or Treat.
The movie Trick or Treat? Ouch. I really need to do
I'm such a huge horror fan, and I don't know anything about horror movies. Look at me go.
There you go. That's all right. I still love you. Even though you're not, it's this Jim Bob. You're watching all that like eclectic.
Joe Bob,
Jim Bob, Billy Bob, Two Bob.
Joe Bob Briggs and Jessie the Mail Girl.
Yeah.
They're great.
Nick wants to know if he can get a cut of my bribes. Nick from Detroit. Now Nick's banned.
A cut of your bribes?
Yeah, the people, I was banning people and they had to bribe to get back.
Okay.
I only got $5, Nick. I barely buy a cup of coffee from Starbucks. You can't actually. I bought you coffee. No, what did I buy? Isaac really, really, really wanted to try the pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, yeah.
And,
did he even like it?
So I was out running errands. I'm like, oh, look at me. I'll let him try it because it's going to taste bad. He's not going to like it. And then that'll be the end of it. Sometimes give them what they want. And it was more than $5. I got a small. I'm like, can I have a small pumpkin spice latte? I think it cost me almost $6. I had a $5 bill in my hand and I had to dig in my coin, like my change compartment for like in the car, everybody's got the place where you throw your random change.
Yep.
I had to dig for an extra $1. And no, he did not like the pumpkin spice latte and it went down the drain.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't drinking it.
Yeah, no, I've never had one, but I don't need to have that to know I wouldn't like it.
No.
You know what I like in my coffee? Coffee.
I know what you like in your coffee.
Oh, yeah. Bailey's.
You like Bailey's in your coffee?
Okay, so yeah, I'll give you that.
Also sometimes put bourbon in your coffee.
That's a rarity.
But you do like that too.
Yep.
So.
Even Bailey's, though, we can't have Bailey's in the house because, that stuff is not good for you. And I really like it, so I'll end up.
I'm sorry, I have to laugh right now. Al Padrino says, Meredith, can you ban me for no reason, please? All right, Al Padrino, you're banned too. Alpin's gonna be good. He zipped his lip. He's not gonna ask anymore for ships in the background. All right. Who is Ethan Becker? Did you say something about Ethan Becker?
Yeah, he's a YouTuber and an artist.
Okay, because everybody's like, Ethan Becker, I love Ethan Becker.
Yeah, he's very funny. He's great. He does all of his videos talking into a microphone that he has attached to a knife.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's my guy right there. Right there.
Actually, I think you'd probably.
I probably
think
would.
he's pretty funny.
Is he as good as Uncle Roger? I don't know.
Better. No, I don't know because I've never seen Uncle Roger.
You should watch Uncle Roger tomorrow. Just watch the Uncle Roger with Jamie Oliver. How about? That's a good one. Because you don't really, because he likes Gordon Ramsay, so you don't really get the cut down. So. All right, Jack of Clubs gave us a super chat for $4.99 for £4.99. Another bribe. All right, nobody's banned anymore. You guys are making me feel bad. bribing people. Everybody's getting their comments read now, except that there's too many freaking comments to read now. Meredith, don't spill all David's coffee secrets, says Alpin.
Yeah.
Now everybody wants to be banned.
By the way, wait, one coffee cup down here. I actually made a point of bringing up any coffee cups I had because I didn't want partly I didn't want to hear about it. Partly I don't want you on my stream going, oh my god, look what a mess it is. You got coffee, you know?
Oh my gosh, though, because I got down here tonight and I looked under your chair. I was like, I'm sure you guys remember when I was counting coffee cups, I said there's $20 on the floor under his chair. It's still there. Like $20 is mine now.
Oh, you took it? No,
it's still sitting under your chair, but I'm taking it tonight when I leave. I think it's maybe been here for 2 weeks. We could do a game. How long is that $20 going to sit under your chair? Except that I know that it'll just get dusty. It will sit there forever.
Well, no, you know what would happen? I would think, gee, I want Subway, and I would pick it up. Like that's my $20. That's where it goes.
Wouldn't. You got Subway like 5 times since then.
I don't like to give people cash right now. You use a little tap.
Yeah, I know.
It feels safer, you know.
I miss the days of cash.
Yeah. I
don't even ever have cash in my wallet anymore.
I feel rude to give someone cash right now because they have to kind of take it. Maybe not, but
I don't feel rude. Take my cash. It's currency.
I know. I just don't want to, you know.
It's Canada. It's plastic.
Yeah, but the thing is, you've handled it, and now you're handing it to them.
If you go to Tim Hortons, they have gloves on.
Okay, so you go to Tim Hortons. By the way, Tim Hortons is a coffee place for those of you not in Canada, and
everybody knows who Tim Hortons is.
Okay.
Everybody around the world knows Tim Hortons.
All right, fair enough. So I go through the drive-through. You pay with your card, ding on the little thing, and then they bring your stuff out on a big tray out the window like this, and you pull it up out of the tray. It's
true.
Oh yeah,
it's true. I'm not paying for $1.75 coffee with tap. I'll give them a toonie. They can keep the extra 15 cents because I think it's $1.85. They can keep the 15 cents as hazard pay.
You are an ornery human being.
Really? Because Project Zero says, Meredith, you make these lives so fun. And Dave, you're humble to a point it's hard to believe. You guys make me evolve like 3 years in a couple of months. Thank you so much. See, I'm fun.
Well, yeah, thank you. Disagree with you on the Meredith part. It's fine. Whatever, you know. Can agree to disagree on some of it.
You're the one that married me.
Yeah, what was I doing?
I don't know.
You were very nice. You know, what, this is how it goes, right? You think you know someone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I sucked you in. Do you know that we have 493 likes on this video? How cool would it be if we could get 500 likes? I don't know if it's possible because 497 people are watching right now. But we could, maybe I could like it. I'm going to like it right now. Now we're at 494. Woohoo! All right, people, we only need 6 more likes to get to 500 likes.
Did I just hear you liking our video? Yeah, I did.
You did. That's because you're a geek. I love you.
Love you too.
Oh, stop. Okay, something sketchy says if Dave has to watch Uncle Roger, Meredith has to watch Ethan Becker. Fair enough.
Yep, there you go. Problem is, I'm pretty much 100% sure that you would actually enjoy Ethan Becker.
You might enjoy Uncle Roger.
I might. I'll try it.
There you go. Gordon Mallet has a super chat for $5. Gordon says, I'd love to see a Freddy Krueger, though Leatherface sounds good too. What's your favorite horror comic?
Dead Man by Kelly Jones. I think it's a horror comic. It was. So it came out in, by the way, talk about a book of the week that I have been
Kelly
remiss.
Jones, yeah, well.
I can't do next week.
Next week.
And actually, it's perfect timing. It'll be Halloween. Anyway, we're going to do Kelly Jones, his Dead Man stuff. Really influential stuff for me. And yeah, just beautiful. Really crazy stuff. There's a little bit of nudity in it, which is unusual for DC book, but it just means I'll have to go through before the stream and just get some like post-it notes just to be sure. I mean, it's like very little, but last thing I want to do is flip to a page and go, whoops.
Disturbed Cup has a question, Dave. Have you ever been interested in getting into animation? at any stage in your art career?
Truthfully, no. And not, I mean, I love animation, and Glenn Keane is a huge influence for me. You can actually see a lot of Glenn Keane influence in my Batman run with Tom King. All of my Gotham Girl is very Glenn Keane influenced, to say the least. But I really like the detail of drawing comics, you know, and I also I tend to be a little bit of a loner, I guess, and I like being able to. I'm off the page. I like being able to just do the whole job myself. I mean, that said, I'm still working with inkers, and I don't know. I think I'd be more inclined to work in video games. I'm a huge video game fan, and I have done games. I have talked to video game artists that love it, and others that really hate it because it's very collaborative. You do the same designs over and over again. You have less control, so there are negatives. But then, you know, the creativity involved in it. Like I'll draw Batman, 500 times and design a new character or something new every once in a while, whereas that's what they're doing all the time, and I would really enjoy that. I love creating things. So yeah, I think I just said I've done video game designs. I've done a bit, not much.
Apparently we got to 507 likes.
Wow, thank you everyone.
Says Charles Petrie. So
wow,
thank you guys so much.
Blew it out of the park. Thank you very much.
I still am sitting at 494 on my screen, but that's how it rolls here. Dave?
Yeah.
Did you add a little smoke on the back of that? Is it too much to ask?
Nope. Henry Jeremick?
Nope.
No.
Art Jedi.
Art Jedi. Okay.
Art directing.
All right.
Nick from Detroit. Meredith, may I send you all of my Canadian change? It's got to be at least $5. Only if I can send you all of my American change. The pennies. Can I send you all my pennies? We don't have pennies up here anymore.
Yeah, we don't.
Every time we get pennies in the States, I'm like, oh, no pennies. Art 9, Meredith, I wonder who cleans the snow in front of the house in the winter. That's Meredith. Meredith cleans the snow in front of the house.
Does that mean I never have to do it again?
You do it sometimes, but mostly you're still sleeping. Like, I let you sleep. But yeah. I don't like driving over snow because then it's really hard to shovel after you've driven over it.
Yeah.
And I got to get the boys to school. Like, even if Everett's not going to school in these COVID times, Hayden is going to school.
Oh, smoke. Let's do some smoke.
So
now, he's not finished anyway. I still have to small detail him, but we're going to give him a little bit of smoke in the background. And it's easier to do with this pen.
Rike Ingles 123 says, "Is that who was said it? Did Rike say it? Somebody said, yeah. I walk my dog. Oh, crap! My screen keeps blipping. I always go walk my dog when the rendering starts, and then when I come back, it's like bam." I think that was who said that. Lost it.
Yeah, like I said, I always watch these back, and it can be a little tough to get to because you talk a lot, but
oh my gosh, you're so mean to me tonight. I mean, I ban people. It's true. I've been banning people.
Okay, what I really want to say is it actually goes faster than, like, when I'm doing it, it doesn't seem, when I'm watching it feels like it goes faster than when I'm drawing it for some reason.
It's because you're not working.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's so much easier when you're not able to do it.
You're just hanging out, watching it.
I'm working on another picture.
Yeah, doing stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast things go when you don't have to put any effort in. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, figure drawings trying to get banned. Are Loonies and Toonies based on Looney Tune cartoons, and will Meredith ban me for making fun of dumb sounding Canadian money? Oh, Greg L. I must have missed Greg's super chat. My computer's weird tonight. Meredith. Sorry, Greg. Hey guys, not sure if I missed your response or if you didn't catch my super chat, but I was wondering if I need to be allowed to post on the Discord because I can't now. Why couldn't you post on the Discord?
Who's this?
Greg L.
I don't know. Well, you know what? Eric is in the chat. Maybe Eric can help him with that.
Yeah.
See, Eric is the administrator for Discord, so he would know.
He would know. I must have
yeah.
missed it.
So here's my policy on Americans laughing at us, Canadians.
They should. We're laughable.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Join your Discord. Here it is. Discord is aka static, but it says I'm not allowed to send messages.
As far as I'm concerned, I figure as long as Americans are gonna, help us out if we get attacked by someone, they can say whatever they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they would.
They're not allowed to come up here right now, though.
No, but they would have our back.
They would have our back.
And man, you guys have no idea, for the Americans that are watching this, how outrageously over the top, condescending and cruel Canadian news has always been to Americans. It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, more so now, there's politics are a little more divisive right now. Not touching any of that,
that's
but
why we're going to do something positive.
Right.
BW has a super chat for $5.50, $5.50 for 550 likes. Look at that. Woohoo. Thanks, well, BW.
Thank you
See
very
how I
much.
just segued right into positivity?
Yep, there you go.
That's why you have me.
That's why.
That's why you have me. Oh, I feel like I'm behind on the super chats. But
that's like your favorite saying.
I am always behind on the super chats. I miss super chats. I do my very best. But my screen blips sometimes.
There's got to be like some kind of a solution for that, I don't know if there is or not or what.
The solution is, but better internet. That's what Everett would say. Everett would say, get a better internet connection. Every time he's like, Mom, they're putting in the fiber optic cable on their street. I'm like, dude, we're moving in 3 months. I'm not changing our internet connection now.
No, for 3 months, yeah. Well, it does mean, unfortunately, like I put up time lapses of the last, a couple of, like the last couple of time lapses, the video quality is utter and complete trash because I had to lower the settings in order for us to maintain this stream, unfortunately. So
yeah, that sucks.
No more.
Well, we're moving out to the county, so who knows what it's going to be like.
I know. I'm very worried about it.
Maybe we'll do satellite. Satellite better? I don't know.
You know what's going to end up happening?
What?
We'll have to go to your sister's house or something for the live streams.
Stream from my parents.
Maybe. I could see it potentially happening.
Yeah. All right. Next super chat comes from JB Argo for $4.99. Dave, are you a fan of Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog? He speaks very highly of you, by the way. Have you ever thought about doing your own comic book?
Okay, first of all, I've known Ethan for years and years and years. Really, I mean, I've known him my whole career, and he's absolutely hilarious. He's a very entertaining guy. I've sat beside him at conventions. I remember I was beside him at a convention in Chicago, and he brought like a keyboard and was singing songs and playing on the keyboard. Yeah, and Cyberforce is a comic that he's been working on for. Did I say Cyberforce? Tell me I didn't say that. Cyberfrog is he's been working on for that was like his comic he did really before he broke into the mainstream. So it's very cool to see him having so much success with it. And I mean, I like his artwork it's like a Brian Boland with I don't know, just really well, he's like one of those artists where it's there's Brian Boland in there, but then there's also genius in there. So that's why it makes it hard to pin down. But yeah, I think he's great. And I would like to do my own comic. I am doing my own comic, sort of.
You're doing your own comic.
Right.
Yeah, you are.
But
it's taking forever.
It's taking forever, yeah.
Forever. But maybe that's because he's drawing every page double size.
Yeah.
Double size.
And yeah, I know, look, I'll tell you what, there's a little divisiveness, I know, and there's like politics around some of those kind of Ethan gets involved in that, and I don't, and I never will. I have no interest. But I will say this, I will never, ever denounce one of my friends.
There you go. Ethan's a nice guy.
Yep.
Amy Morris has a super chat for $21. Thank you so much. Husband Tom here. Thank you, Tom. Hey guys, wife and I love to watch you guys every Monday, and we are celebrating 21 years together tomorrow. Best to both of you, and thanks for the great times. Guys, congratulations and happy anniversary. 21 years is a huge accomplishment.
That really is. Congratulations. We're gonna get there.
I don't even have a kid that old.
Yeah.
And I got a kid who's old. Not that old, but he's old enough.
21 years. That's great.
That is amazing. Congratulations. We'll get there. We will.
We will.
Especially if we keep doing the stream. We'll have to get there now. You're stuck with me. Stuck with me. Stuck with me. I'm going to start making up my own songs. All right. Just read that you're joining in on a CG, this is Modus. Just read you're joining in on a CGC signature series signing event in December, trying to decide which books to send in. Yes.
Yes, and that's actually the thing we were talking about. This coming up in December.
It's the way he's going to, instead of driving half an hour over the border to fly to Detroit, which you cannot do, you're going to end up flying Windsor to Toronto and then Toronto to Florida to do it, I think.
Yeah.
Sketching the Beast has an idea. Dave, you should do an anatomy draw along stream for your Discord, and you can make it a paid live course. That would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun.
It would be.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, it really would be, you know? I want to talk to Eric about, things like that I can do for Discord. I did the figure pack, and I did a discount for Discord members, and I just made it free, and it was $5. So there's that, and I'm going to keep doing stuff like that. But you know, I really want to make it. I really appreciate everyone that is part of the community, and especially people that are really contributing and making the community a better place, and offering people advice and help with their art. And so, you know, I want to support that as much as I can.
We need to hit 100 viewers before the end of the video, or I'll be disappointed. It says, I think maybe 1,000 viewers.
Oh, that's not possible. Or, well, certainly not currently.
I don't know where we're at right now. I don't know where we are. I do know we're getting close to 600 according to people.
Oh, that's great.
28 more people need to smash that like button.
Oh, likes you mean, yeah.
Yeah, like 600
for viewers,
likes.
I think the most viewers we've ever had
was over 700.
Almost 700. Or maybe it was over. But anyway, around there, right? And we average, you know, 5 something.
Yeah.
I would say. So yeah, if you're talking about viewers, no,
Carlton Bird says, Meredith, why don't you guys sign up to become beta testers for the Skylink satellite service? SA. I don't know. Is that in Canada?
I don't know, but since we're moving, I think it'd be probably hard.
Well, maybe when we move. All right. Did I miss a super chat? Ryan Parfait has a super chat for $4.99. Hey guys, is Hocus Pocus or Monster Squad a staple for Halloween for y'all in your household? And do you like those movies? Hocus Pocus, that's Bette Midler. How can you not like that one?
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, to say it's a staple, that would be a stretch. But sure, yeah.
Yeah, I like that movie. Monster Squad. What's Monster Squad?
I have this recollection of it, but not really. So I'm not sure. Like a vague kind of.
I have to look for it.
I watched. I don't know if anybody would know this movie, but it came out a couple years ago. It's like a small indie kind of horror movie, and this guy goes to a costume Halloween party, and he's dressed up like a knight. And it turns out
that for a minute. I was reading a stream quick.
Okay.
You did what?
He's dressed up like a knight.
Who is?
This guy, it's a movie.
Okay.
Anyway, and it turns out that they want to kill him and film it, you know, and it's like this comedy of errors. He's like a total, you know, klutz, but everybody trying to kill him ends up killing themselves. It was very, very funny. It was over the top. Anyway.
Awesome.
Whatever. Movie anecdotes for movies you've never seen, and I can't describe well enough for you to know what I'm talking about.
That's awesome. Let's move on to a super chat from Identity Crisis for $4.99. Identity says, it's great that you both enjoy this together. Not all relationships enjoy that chemistry. Thank you.
Yeah, we're very, very fortunate for sure.
We're blessed. Michael Barletta. Hey, Dave and Merritt. This is my first time listening live. Just came from my night class with Klaus Jansen.
Oh, wow.
He must be at the Kubert School.
Yeah. Wow, that's great. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, yes.
How great would it be to learn something from Klaus Jansen? Now, I don't know if you're aware, Meredith. He's an inker and a penciler. Like, he's an artist.
Klaus does Andy Kubert's.
Andy Kubert and Frank Miller. He did The Dark Knight Returns. Frank Miller's seminal, work. Yeah, he's a legend.
Dave, I have bad news for you.
You do? Okay.
You're getting your horror card pulled.
Okay, why?
I guess you don't know enough horror facts.
I know. I don't know any facts. I'm a huge MMA fan. Ask me a question, I won't know, and then you'll be disappointed. I'm the worst. I can't remember names. I know.
People are upset that I haven't seen Monster Squad. Could you imagine how they would flip out if I said that I'd never seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
You have not, really?
I have not.
It's got Meatloaf in it.
I've never seen it.
Wow. Yeah. Well, we'll have to watch that one.
I went to university and I managed to get all the way through university without going to see that.
My sister, there was a period back in the kind of late 80s or whatever when it got really big. Like it's a cult movie, and she really got into it with her buddies, and she played it at the house probably 500 million times.
I think my problem is I grew up in the country because Ferris Jabber's like, come on, Meredith, it's a must watch from your youth. But we didn't have cable when I grew up. It was like we had an antenna, and here's more Meredith sound effects. You turn the antenna and you could hear the antenna up top going, and it would like take 15 minutes. If you wanted to go from one side of the antenna to the other side of the antenna, like, because that's where you had to go to get that other channel. Like we got 5 channels. You'd sit there for 5 minutes as it went. Now I'm going to do the Family Guy.
Okay. I would say the minute I realized what's going on there.
Oh, I'm gonna figure drawing says I'm gonna have to ban myself because I haven't seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Young Frankenstein. There's a classic.
That one I've seen.
Peter Boyle. Peter Boyle was in that show with Ray Romano.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but it wasn't Peter Boyle that came to my mind. It was who was the woman in it?
Gilda Radler?
No.
Gilda Radler? No?
I don't think it was her. No, it wasn't her.
I can't remember now. But it had see that bad with names.
We're awful. We are turning in our geek card now.
Yep.
I don't know what you become if you're not a geek. We've lost all connection to geek culture.
This is where it feels so unfair.
You know what it is? We're getting. Here's the problem.
I am a geek.
Old, we have too much in the filing cabinet, and it's all the way at the back, and we can't retrieve it in time because the filing cabinet's so jam full with information.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I've never had a good memory. Like I want to say the guy that was in Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
Wilder. Yeah,
he was in Young Frankenstein.
Yes, that's in. But again,
Gene Wildman.
It's not Gene.
Is it Wilder? Wildman.
Wilder. Yeah, I have the worst memory.
Madeline Kahn. That's who it was.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you, Nerdvilla.
Nerdvilla is just flexing.
Madeline Kahn. Joseph Donnelly, Humi. Terry Garr, that's who it was. No, it wasn't Madeline Kahn, it was Terry Garr. Keith Dotson with it. I am Michael Eamon's like, Meredith is reliving her poor childhood in the wilds of Canada. You had an antenna on your TV? Luxury. My TV had 2 tinfoil pie plates and we considered ourselves lucky. I can't even right now. I can't even. You win.
We consider ourselves lucky.
I am. So funny. I can't even. Mike Stewart, do we watch The Mandalorian? Of course we did.
Oh yeah.
It was great.
Yep.
Yeah, it was really good.
I heard like a rumor that the actor might not be in it as much, and there's like a dispute because he wanted to show his face more, and I don't know. You hear rumors.
No.
I'm sure it's rumors.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm awful saying this, but no, I don't want to see his face. I want him to be. He's the Mandalorian with the helmet on.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I mean, for the sake of the show, like the type of show it is, I
want to see the Mandalorian with the helmet. I'm sorry that he's not getting recognized, getting his groceries.
Okay, you don't need to be mean.
Maybe that's mean.
A little bit.
But I like it's the character is the character.
I mean, it feels pain. Could you imagine? Like, what if this is the biggest thing that he ever does? Yeah. And you know what I mean? It's it'd be a cruel fate.
Fair enough. All right. What's our ETA, Dave?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Oh my goodness.
It's already 10:20. Bear in mind.
Oh.
It's not early.
It's not. I did pretty well tonight, actually.
Yep.
I didn't even complain. Did not even complain. See, I'm not alone. Something sketchy. When the Mandalorian unmasks, I'm not watching anymore. Sheldon Martin, ban the Mandalorian, Meredith. He's banned. Mandalorian's banned from the stream. I'll still watch him on TV, but banned from the stream. You got your rifle in? You did get the rifle in.
It's just the end of it, yeah. It looks actually kind of... It looks so cheeseball there.
I don't know what we ended up in terms of likes for this video, but I feel like Jordan says 626 likes. Kenny was pushing the likes. Kenny was like the like master. So...
You've banned Kenny like 5 times now, I'm sure.
I know.
Poor Kenny.
Kenny knows I love him.
Yeah.
But BW has a super chat for $5. Says the actor for the Mandalorian's other big role did not end well for his face either, or head for that matter. What was his other big role?
Yeah, now I'm curious. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah.
We're in the age of Google, except that we don't my hands are a little tied right now.
Yeah. Oh, Art Jedi says, Meredith, can you ask Dave to put a little for the Art Jedi in there? This is going to be the most prized possession for the rest of my life.
I certainly can.
Yeah. Oh, and Henry Jeremick says, focus the camera, please.
Oh, is it not focused? Really?
Andy Serkis. Yeah. No, it's not Andy Serkis who plays.
It looks pretty focused. I can't, I got to be honest. If it's not focused, I can't really see from here. Let's see what we got. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to see if I can adjust it. Because if it's not, it hasn't been focused this whole time then, which sucks.
Yeah.
Hey, how's that? There we go.
Is that better?
No. No.
Gosh.
I made it a lot worse. Oh, that's worse too. This is why I don't ever mess with the focus when we're doing this. Hey, this is entertaining TV now.
Oh, Dr. Rock Art says, did you guys not watch Game of Thrones?
I think that's better.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, now that we're done, it's in focus.
He was the prince who fought the mountain and got his head chopped off. Oh, I remember that. I did watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You did not watch Game of Thrones.
Sure I did. I watched everything for the first few seasons, and then I just kind of...
Well,
I read... You know what happened, too? I read the books, and, as it started moving away from the books, I just didn't want to...
Yeah, fair enough. And apparently he's one of the villains in the new Wonder Woman.
Oh, well, we'll see him again.
Oh, Art Jedi says, Meredith, these are all just fake rumors. Pedro Pascal absolutely loves playing Mandalorian and understands the importance of the helmet and it not showing his face.
There you go.
See? There you go.
But yeah, that's, you hear rumors and, I mean, I don't know.
Fake rumors.
I talk to my sources. I don't have sources.
You have no sources. Your sources are nobody.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So everybody, as Dave signs his name and writes for the Art Jedi on it, everybody is officially unbanned for next week. But you never know what could happen. Mandalorian, everybody but the Mandalorian, Sheldon. Mandalorian's still banned. Until season 2 comes out, he's banned. Then we'll let him back on the show.
As long as there's no hiccups in production.
Well, when is season 2? Isn't season 2 coming out?
I think that okay, look, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna come out.
Dave,
I'm off the... I spent this whole time writing this and making sure to angle my hand so you can see it. And yeah, it's off. Well. This is why...
so as we end this show, what are our likes at? only 3 more likes. Only 2 more. There must be 2 more.
All right.
Where we're at 600 maybe. And Eric said this is where we're gonna end. Eric, Meredith Finch. I have the compiled list of all those I banned.
Let me zoom out.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, well, that's it. And actually, I've realized this, usually you can't see my little layout.
This is perfect timing because Mandalorian comes out in 11 days.
Oh, that's great.
30th.
Yeah, usually you can't see the little, because I always draw a little layout before I start the picture, just so I'm not completely helpless, on live camera. And it's been visible this whole time. There's my little Yoda sketch, which actually, unfortunately, looks a lot better than my... The finished sketch doesn't look as good. That's always the way. There, he looks better.
Yeah.
A little better.
Perfect.
All right, anyway. Thank you, everyone, so much for watching, coming back after we were gone for a week.
A whole week off, and everybody still came back.
So yeah, we really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. 666. That's our like number. Oh my gosh. We're in trouble. Somebody else, please like it.
Maybe it's appropriate. Halloween's coming.
Who knows?
All right. Thank you, everyone, so much. Have a great week. We will see you again next week. I'll have another video up on... I'm just going to say Thursday right now. And what I'll do is I'll actually plan for Thursday. I'll do it Tuesday. I'll plan for... And I'll just time it for Thursday. That way I can guarantee that it'll be out 11 o'clock Thursday morning. I'll have a new video out. And it's going to be how to draw male torsos. So that should be a fun one. All right. Have a great week.
Thanks,
you very
everybody.
much.
See you next week. Are we done?
Yeah.
600.